internet.
Hello.
Hello.
Good lord, what they've left themselves in for.
Evening.
D&D, presumably.
So, we are
I think so.
Polyhedron Collider plays Dungeons and Dragons. We are the master. Well, you are the Masters of Fate. I'm the Dungeon Master.
We are indeed.
Yeah.
And in the last session, you were at the Reghead Glacier at the Evermelt, which was an area where the glacier was melting into the secret pool of the Reghead tribes. And you visited there on behest of the Elk tribe to rescue their members who'd been kidnapped by the Bear tribe. So you found like a secret cavern underneath the Evermelt Lake where you found the Bear Clan barbarians were about to do some kind of ritual with Elk tribe members were all tied up to stakes or stalactites in a cave. You rescued them, and then you came into another room and found the Ice Witch Hedron was conferring with her father, who was a member of the Elk tribe. And what happened was Cockwind decided that he saw this magical item in the palm of a hand, like strapped to a hand, and Cockwind decided that this was what was causing all the bad stuff, so he was going to go pickpocket off her. Now, to give Cockwind his credit, he snuck up to her brilliantly. Not a single creature noticed he was there, and he even managed to take this item off her hand without her noticing, only to find that it wasn't actually on her hand, it was just made of snow and just disintegrated as soon as he touched it. To which point she raised the bones of Icing Death, the white dragon who once led in this cave, up from the dead, and then summoned a lightning storm which kicked the shit out of Arrakis.
Twice.
You're all right now.
So when we
Fine.
last
Just a flesh
finished,
wound.
you had when you killed Hedron, which in fact you tried to subdue her so you could take her hostage. And what happened was she as a whole thing just disintegrated into snow, and she gave you a chilling warning as she disappeared. So the last thing that happened was the rest of the Elk tribe turned up, so Hedron and a few other individuals, and they accompanied you to the surface, and it also melted some of the ice that was holding lots of treasures, which was Ice and Death's previous treasure hoard.
Which is now clanking around in Cockwind's trousers.
Yes.
Hey, not just me.
Imnek's
Barbarian's
got it.
got a stash as well.
Basically, everybody apart from the charlatan. Okay.
Because you were asleep. It's not our fucking
I
fault.
don't think
is
I
it?
stole anything either. So
I was recuperating. Yes. Well, one of us needs to. One of us needs our beauty sleep.
I got you up. You're fine.
I know. 12 hit points is plenty.
Could be less. Better than none.
It's true.
So,
Okay.
the cavern you were in, the Elk tribe, rather than you having to clamber up the waterfall, the Elk tribe dropped ropes down so you could get at the top of the cave because there was an opening and the morning light is shining through. So basically, you attacked the place at nightfall, and it's taken you all night to sort through, and the daybreak has happened. And the Elk tribe barbarians say that they've cleared out the rest of the camp because there was a camp on the edge of the pool, and the natural hollow this is in is now going to protect them over the winter. They're going to start moving the rest of the tribe here and use this as their kind of area of respite. Excuse me. They also bring with them Beric, the dwarf, who has been tied up.
Excellent.
So as you emerge, you can see Elk tribe members coming into the camp, and they're bringing him with them. You are.
What state is he in?
He seems to be gibbering to himself, but when you last left him, he was kind of cold and shivering and sweating. But now he doesn't look as pale. He looks like a bit more flushed now. He looks like he got a bit more colour back into him, but he seems to be kind of gibbering to himself and is constantly kind of looking around.
Still paranoid then? No. I forgot what we need from him now. It's the source of that black ice, isn't it? Oh, right.
Yes.
Well, we're trying to turn him normal as well. To be fair,
Trying to what?
turning him back to normal, weren't we?
Oh yeah, no, I realise
Trying
that.
to
I just want to get
circle.
him to a point where he's going to talk coherently. If he's not going to do that, I'm going to slap him until he does.
Oh, what are we going to do about this
Carry on.
Hedron situation?
We're going to kill her. Or at least find out where she is. Right. Turn to the gaffer.
So the Elk Tribe King,
Yes.
King Yarund Elkhart.
Yarant. Okay. So
Yarund.
Yarand. Okay. I'll wander over to him. Excuse me, my good man.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure you probably understand what happened here, but we're rather interested in finding your daughter. Well, the daughter of this queen. She's rather infuriating, and she has information. I don't suppose you know where she is.
Unfortunately, not.
We encountered her avatar in here, so she can't be too far away. Any ideas?
Can we offer the same question to our dad as well? I'm assuming he's around.
Yeah, he's around. He's looking a bit shaken. He the whole process seems to have sort of shaken him a bit. But being the kind of like a barbarian he is, you can see he's trying to shrug it off. And so yeah, basically they convene. So Hengar, Hedron's father, and King Yarund kind of all accumulate, and King Yarund kind of invites you into like the main tent rather than standing outside discussing it, so you have a bit of privacy.
Ah, how very civilized.
So Mjolnir, the shaman, as well comes in as well, and they've got a campfire going in the middle of the tent, like an open thing so the chimney goes through. He invites you all to sit down and decides that I think we need to have a discussion about the events that have led up to this.
I agree.
Do you say that was not Hedron herself then?
I know. She was A, far too easy to beat, and B, disappeared in a puff of smoke when she was defeated, which leads me to believe it was probably an avatar.
You can see in her father's face there's a bit of relief there. He's Soren, his name is, sorry. So you can see in Soren's face there's a bit of relief. Obviously it's still his daughter, so he's so that she hasn't been killed yet.
No, she's still alive. Though I would like to find her.
Soren, what did
Soren.
Hedron say to you when we arrived? Before we arrived?
I was trying to convince her to come back to us, to come back to her family, but obviously Arrel's grip is too tight on her. She is. I realise now that she is taken by the Winter God. She was basically just saying how Arrel is her parents now, and she never felt part of the tribe, which is our own fault for ostracizing her as soon as we found this problem. I don't know what her plans are, but I think she's gone. She just wants to just destroy the tribes, 10 towns. Who knows how far she'll go.
Where are the Bear Tribe? Where are they based?
So King Yarand, he goes, until recently we thought this was the home of the Bear Tribe, but I haven't seen the Bear Tribe chieftain. He was not one of the dead members. It didn't seem he was here. Now I've heard that sometimes they have a camp on the Sea of Moving Ice, but they're just like us. They're a nomadic tribe. They could be anywhere.
I see.
We don't bump into them as often as we used to, so I know they're further out than 10 towns. You won't find them within the boundaries of the 10 towns. So my guess is either further out than that. They could have gone onto the Redhead Glacier, but again, there's no food, there's no water. I think the best thing is either further north or northeast. Northwest, sorry, onto the Sea of Moving Ice.
Do we really need to find this mob? And I'll just
Well-
look at Derek's character. Imnek.
Well, she seems to be using them as a base for her power up here. It seems reasonable that if we fought but a shadow of her, then her body must be where the main force of them is.
Reasonable assumption, I suppose, yes. What exactly are we going to get out of this, though? I can't help but feel we do need to track this wizard down. The reason we're up in this icy hell.
But as Cockwind cleverly surmised, she is somehow related to this, and maybe a servant of him, so perhaps it would be easier to deal with this problem with the Black Shards if we take out his lieutenants, like we did with Beric, as Imnek gestures to the dwarf.
I side with a barbarian.
You would.
It's a break from
Normally-
the norm, mate. You got some competition.
Normally he sides with you. I don't know why you would assume that, Arrakis.
Well, he's here for the money, of course.
Aren't we all Arrakis? We're all here for something.
Indeed we are.
Not for money.
Not money in my case. Not for money. And I'll just pat the little rock in, well, a big rock in my trousers, as it were.
No.
Ooh,
You can't take money with you when you did.
exactly. Although when I die, I'd rather not return to the place from whence I came. I suspect bones will be picked. Right,
So,
well, let's find this icy tart.
King Garen says, so, what will you do with your dwarven friend?
Well, we might as well leave him in the hands of his brethren. I suspect he's of no danger now.
He seems
Though I would like some
even
information
less-
out of him.
He seems even less stable than last we left him.
He's fine.
So
I'll just walk over to him and slap him.
Ugh.
Wake up!
What you want?
I want some information.
Why should I tell ye?
Because if you don't, I'll kill you.
You've had your chance to kill me.
Oh, I have plenty more chances, like now, for example.
He looks around the room and he realizes he's surrounded by several huge barbarians and yourselves.
I suggest you cooperate.
Oh.
Slap him again.
Yeah. But I don't want to go down the mine, mother.
Why does he think you're his mother, Arrakis?
It'll be my coquettish walk.
What are ye doing in my house? What am I doing here?
Slap him again, seriously. Just
Fellow seems quite mad.
What do ye want?
I told you, information.
Just ask your questions, devil.
Where was the lady that was with you? Do you know where she's gone?
Lady?
Is it God? What was her name? Devessa?
Lady?
No, it wasn't a vessel.
Backer.
Barker, that's her.
Back here. Oh, you scared her off.
Oh,
You
never
don't
mind.
bid her. I think
Yes.
she's scurrying back to her master.
And who is her master?
I don't know. Says
Yes, you do.
some trader from Waterdeep.
I believe it's the one we originally came up here to look for, Arrakis.
I agree. I'll just turn to Imnek and just nod. Was his name Valish, perhaps?
She didn't say. Just said she was representing some big cheese from Waterdeep.
How much did she offer you, and what was she doing with the equipment you were selling her?
I don't know. It's not part of my questions.
What did you sell her?
Nothing in the end, because we made a deal with you and you backstabbed me and
A
tricked me on the
business.
deal.
Just business.
Yes, we did, and I'd look rather smug at that. Well, it's rather easy to take advantage of stupid people.
And those
Imnek's now
blinders
Imnek's thoroughly confused by the reference to big cheeses and is wondering why Waterdeep dairy farmers are interested in the black eye.
And what, Beric? Pray tell, what did you have underneath your throne in your chambers, in that little secret cupboard?
Spying little rat.
Inquisitive,
findings.
curious. Well, nothing, which is why I'm asking. It was empty. I think somebody else may have double-crossed you.
That were me money. Me money from selling the black ice to 10 towns. For selling the ram.
The ram.
He looks quite smug at this. He goes, "Me finest work. A ship's ram. Beautiful it was."
Ah, a headpiece for the bow.
Yeah.
Whom did you sell it to? It wouldn't happen to be the pirate group in where did we come from?
Refner, brother, what are they called? Brother Refner or
Ship Refner.
Ship Refner, that's the point.
That's it, yes.
He goes, "No, someone on Lackdinishire
That's
fitted
it.
it to one of the fishing boats, apparently."
Oh, really?
Glorious she was. A winged demon.
Winged demon.
Aye.
I look well, not visibly, but a little in sharp intake of breath at the mention of a demon.
And it was all black ice, was it, Barrett?
Aye. The biggest piece, my finest work.
That must have fetched a pretty penny.
Aye, it did.
So where does all the money go?
Either that backer stole it or the bloody husk of a man backstabbed me and tricked me like you did.
Ah, yes, the husk of a man. I have a bone to pick with him. In fact, several. Any idea where he may be?
Well, last seen him and his little scurrying dog of a man were the ones that took the ram to Lackdinishire.
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 Lackdinishire? Where the hell's that?
So that's the big lake at the south of that. It's on that map. That's Lackdinishire.
Lackdinishire. Oh, right, I see. Right. So presumably Town Eye. So Caer Dinerbal is one of the towns along there. Is probably, or East Haven maybe. Well, I suggest we head that way, chaps.
Oh, steady on. I'm sure there's more young Beric here. He seems very cooperative at the moment, can offer us a little bit more information about who this snivelling man was with the husk of a man. He's new. We don't know of him. So, Beric, husk of a man, snivelling little man. What's going on?
The husk, the Palador.
Oh,
Human.
Pelidor, yes.
Yeah.
Pelidor, we know, found the husk.
Aye. The devil's right. He came to us. He asked
Devil?
for a way to get to somewhere on the Kelvin's Cairn. He said he
Where?
needed experienced. He said he needed experienced miners and dwarfsmen. He led us to this point. We dug up this dead body. Must have been there decades. I kept thinking, what does some young human want with just a corpse? Well, corpse came to life.
Yes, they do that.
Yeah. That's when corpse started giving orders to the human, to Palador. Kept calling him Kessel. Edgar Kessel.
A Kessel. I've heard that name before.
Aye. Kessel led us deep into the spine of the world. He was frustrated. He was looking for something and didn't find what he wanted. Kept saying it's not her here. She's probably had it first. That's when we found Black Ice.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, he looks like shocked and dark. That's where I killed them.
Killed who?
That's where I killed the rest of them.
Your party? Your friends?
My friends, my countrymen, my fellow dwarf. Their bodies are in the middle of the spine of the world, just rotting.
Well, perhaps we should
food for
find them and bury them
goblins.
then.
Oh, what have I done? What have I done? He starts staring into middle distance and rocking a bit.
I think he's done. I'll just wander off now. Have your fun, Cockwind.
It's a bit harsh. Traumatized and then stitch him.
Well, he's of no more use to me.
Well, we need the location of this black ice from him.
So we'll take a bit of pity on him, I think, and if we turn to the shaman, and is there anything you can help this man with? Anything to ease his suffering?
I'll turn around with a very horrible look on my face and just ball a ball of fire in my hand, looking a little menacing. I can help.
We
Not
could
that kind
try-
of help, Arrakis.
Well,
We could try a tea that could calm his nerves.
Yes, let's try that. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this mess
So the
without anyone else dying.
shaman kind of gets some stuff out of his pouch and starts bubbling up some water and makes this little brew. And all the time, Beric is just rocking back and forth and going, things like, my friends, Orsit, Torville, are dead. Their bodies are just there. And he feeds
I
him
love the way you're rocking there, Steve.
he feeds. So the shaman gives him this tea, and he takes a few sips, and he seems to not quite snap out of it, but kind of raise a little bit, like as if he's in like a dense fog, and all he's done is just lift his eyes above the level of the fog.
Much better. Thank you, Sherman. Now, Beric, I think it would be good for you if you shared with us where your friends were. Perhaps we can offer them their final passage in peace, leaving you to live with what you have done.
Or cremate them.
Yes, that would be good. That would be very good. I'd have to show you the way. I'm the only person who knows the way.
Very well.
Very well.
Yeah, it's a long route, deep. It's far, but I can remember the way. I know the way.
Excellent. Well, shall we?
Well, we so let's just quickly go through our options then. We've got the lake for this ram's head.
Yeah, well, that's Kelvin's Cairn's on the way to the lake, so from where we are.
That's true, actually. Yeah, good point.
So based on the map you can see at the moment, you're kind of quite far off this map. But imagine you are. Yeah, I've got your token there, but you're probably far north. What the hell? I'll reload the page. You're quite far north of. Something weird is happening to my Roll20. Of Kelvin's Cairn. If you imagine you're at the peak of Kelvin's Cairn, you're directly up north. It took you about 2 days to get from here to Evermilk.
So we have a long journey ahead of us.
When don't we?
Let's get started. Wow.
Yeah.
Jai's getting involved.
Oh, he's being dragged off to bed and he's not happy about it. But he's got my mum and Sue on it tonight, so we should be all right. And the house is fucking huge, so we should be all right.
Do you know what? When you get to be an adult, when you're dragged off to bed, that's something you don't usually complain about.
Oh, absolutely. No, he's not happy about it though. Anyway, yes. So the other choice we had was to head north to the bear tribe.
Fuck that.
Yeah, we seem to have a long list of things we need to do.
We do.
We need to track down this tusk. We need to track down this witch. We need to track down this staff that we came here in the first place for.
I must
And we
confer,
need to-
though, your logic about the involvement of these lieutenants seems to be a reasonable approach. And most of our interests seem to lie south. So I
Which
favour
was-
the odds.
Which is why I felt we should go for the Black Ice first. But we're here, so
Yeah.
no, like the spine of the world. Remember?
We're in it, aren't we?
No, you're far north of the spine of the world at the moment. So hang on, I will just show you the better map. So if I show you the world map.
Oh, that's right, yes.
So if you zoom in on the top, spine of the world is the massive mountain range which basically separates the kind of far north from the Sword Coast. So if you can see where you are roughly compared to where Bryn Shander is, it's probably 3 days before you get to the edge of the spine of the world, and then you don't know where in the spine of the world the Black Ice is.
Now, who did that? Beric doesn't. Beric no.
Beric
no.
knows. Beric, yeah. Beric's offering to lead you to it.
I suggest we take him up on his offer.
I think we do that. I think we had via Lac Dinishare or Dinican or whatever it's called, and
Hedron. We just leave her to regain her power.
For now.
We've dealt her a challenging blow.
We didn't come here to murder witches. We came here to find a staff.
I think this husk of a man is also key to this whole problem.
Agreed.
And if he's chasing rams for ships, it can be no good from it. And as it's on our way, perhaps we can help Beric out, and he will lead us to the rest of the Black Ice once he is, what's the word, recovered from his loss.
Besides, if we're too much of a menace around these parts, I'm sure the witch will present herself soon enough.
Sound argument, sir.
So, south it is.
Sure.
So King Yaron nods and he goes, I think, gentlemen, you should be our guests for this evening. You have rescued our people from the Hedron, and no doubt you will need some rest before you head off. So bear in mind,
Yes.
you did attack the bear tribe at nightfall, and it's the following morning, so you haven't slept yet. So he suggests you.
I don't need to.
Well, some of us do.
Yeah, I'm alright.
You really, isn't it?
He suggests you head out the following morning, and also offers he will take a small group of his warriors to escort you as far as Bremen's Run,
Oh, that's good of
which
it.
is basically the pass that goes in between Lonely Wood and Kelvin's Cairn, which is basically the northern edge of 10 towns.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
I think we should also. I'm going to turn to the king. King, is there any way in which we can reach you should we return this way and seek the bear tribe and need more assistance?
Well, you're asking for his number now, are you?
Pretty much.
Well,
I'm
you
asking
got
how. I'm asking how a speed dialer boy so we can get the heavies in when we get stuck in trouble. Because it's going to happen.
Get him on the Iridium sat phone. Go on.
Send up some green smoke.
Unfortunately, we are simple folk and do not have the magical means of communication you Southerners may have. But What I will
Southerners.
do is I
No
will
idea, sir.
I will post my warriors and scouts far and wide in search of a clue of Hedron's location.
Excellent.
And I will tell them to. I will tell a group to camp on the edge of Lonely Wood and Bremen's Run. So he points to roughly about. He means about kind of here.
Mhm.
And he says, "If you need to contact me, contact them, and then we'll relay a message."
Rock and roll. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Right, let's get some kit. And
Okay.
I'll just basically just wander over to a bed and just make myself comfortable.
You can all have a long rest then, if you wish.
Wow, thank you. I do wish. Jesus. 30 hit points has never seen so many. Right, I get all my spells back. Boom. Although, to be fair, I haven't actually, even though I use all the high level ones.
So, for those of us that didn't take any damage, what does this long rest do for us?
You can have a wank or something, it's fine.
It stops you being exhausted.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. Do you know what? The effects of exhaustion are quite funny.
Yeah.
Well, what I'll do while you're polishing your stone there is I'll just go and grab myself another ale. I should be back shortly.
Just grab
Yeah. So, I have 3 things currently achieved. One of the Warmaids. So I dumped the dice, didn't I? So I've got the wand, the dagger, and the rock. Okay.
What was the dagger?
It's a silvered dagger I've got apparently.
That's not a magic
not-
item.
I don't know. It's the elven thing, the aging effect. So I age like an elf, so I'm almost immortal, which is rather wonderful for a demon.
You would have thought a demon was immortal anyway, really.
Yeah, well, actual demons generally are, but I'm not a demon. Not a
Okay.
full-blown one, anyway. Excellent. So I have all of my spells, all of my hit points, and I still have inspiration from God knows when.
Back, Sid.
Yeah, back.
Okay. So you'll have a good rest, and then the following morning at first light, the Elk tribe bid you farewell and send a couple of warriors with you and fill your packs if need be with some more some dried elk meat and some other reindeer meat, and some other provisions. And you head south. It's it's quite a long journey. One thing you've noticed compared to the journey up here, so basically since you got around the edge of the spine of the world, more or less since you left Luskan to the point now, you've noticed that it's been winds and blizzards and such like and snow. At the moment, there seems to be a little less. There seems to be a little less basically of everything. So the wind still blows across Icewind Dale and across the tundra, which is bloody cold, and
Yes.
it's not quite blue sky. It's still that overcast sky that could probably mean it could snow at any moment. But on the whole, it seems to be just a little bit better than what it was or has been over the last week or so.
Imnek put something with short sleeves on.
Takes his t-shirt off.
Yeah.
I wonder if we've dealt sufficient damage to this witch that she's unable to conjure so much magical weather out, boys.
Yeah. I suspect we've certainly dealt her a significant blow. Because she has a goddess behind her. Who knows how long she'll be disabled.
Time will tell, I suppose.
Indeed.
So you've been travelling. It's slightly quicker, and it's about a day and a half. So it's probably halfway through your second day of trudging across the tundra with these handful of Elk tribe warriors. And you can see ahead of you there's a herd of reindeer, and there's a group of people around them, quite a sizable group. And straight away, the Elk tribe seem to get a bit twitchy, like what's going on here, kind of thing. And they converse with each other and say, "This is unusual. What's going on?" And as you draw closer, you can see that there must be like 20 or 30 people there. And people are slaughtering reindeer and, gutting them and such like. But they're, rather than being the elk tribe or the bear tribe or whatever, you can see these are definitely 10-towners. You can see they're definitely locals of the 10 towns.
Oh.
And this angers the elk tribe warriors you're with. And they start walking towards these people with purpose and kind of say to you and go, want to look. They almost ignore you completely at this point. There's something that has completely enraged them. And as they get closer, and as you get closer as well, you can see that there's basically a group of people are busy slaughtering reindeer. And around them are several people who seem to be, who are visibly armed. And straight away,
sorry, carry on.
Straight away, one of the elk tribe members kind of goes up to one of these people, and these people are armed, kind of all kind of turn and start walking, kind of forming a defensive line between you and the reindeer. And the elk tribe get very agitated and straight away go, "What do you think you're doing? These are our reindeer. These are, elk tribe possessions. These aren't yours." And one of the 10-towners sidles up with his arms folded. And he says, "The newly appointed Speaker of Bryn Shander has allied 10 towns to the Arcane Brotherhood.
What?
And we are here on behalf of the Arcane Brotherhoods to set up a trade alliance for all, to the benefit of all in 10 towns." The guy standing forward seems a surly-looking chap. He seems authoritative and leading the others, but he's definitely a bit of he's been in a fight or two, you can tell by his stance and the scars on his face. "I have been sent here by the Speaker of Bryn Shander to negotiate the sale of this land."
Arrakis' eyes will darken and just look at him. Does he look familiar? Did we see him in the Bryn Shander office?
You don't think you've seen him before, no.
Have you run to the
Doesn't
Arcane
look familiar.
Brotherhood before?
No, we haven't, but Bryn Shander is where we encountered the administrator of Bryn Shander.
I remember that, yeah.
The
Arcane Brotherhood seemed new to me.
Yeah, they
Doesn't,
are.
Is Valish was Valish Gant a member, or was he
We don't
from a
know,
different
I don't think.
organisation?
I don't think we know. Oh God, what was her name?
The Speaker,
Yes, Velrosa.
Duvessa.
Tavessa, that's her name. That's why I've got her name there, so that's the Bryn Shander speaker.
Sorry, friend, I didn't catch your name before you started hurling abuse in my general direction.
He's not the only one.
Stay out of this halfling. This is between the representatives of Bryn Shander and the Elk tribe alone.
We represent the Elk tribe.
We have done very good business with the Speaker of Bryn Shander. So pray tell, who is the new Speaker of Bryn Shander? And do our existing trade agreements and negotiations stand with them?
Valish Gant has taken over the role of Speaker of Bryn Shander, and all previous trade agreements will be renegotiated.
Renegotiated.
Indeed. For the benefit of all in 10 towns, of course.
Of
I
course.
Arrakis,
Benefit of all.
smack him in the face.
Yes. Allow me to show you my own very, very effective version of negotiation. And I'll just brandish 2 fireballs. As I do so, because I'm standing up, every time I cast a spell, I actually levitate very slightly, about 6 inches off the floor, and my head is wreathed in fire.
Bloody drama queen.
So,
Well, you know,
now that
purely
we
for
have
the show, my friend. Purely for the
now
show.
that we have your attention, are you going to stop killing reindeer?
More importantly, where's Valish Kent? I assume he's in Bryn Chanda.
Steve, are we still technically off the map at this point?
No, you are. Well, you are kind of about here-ish, so you're not far from Bremen's Run now.
Okay.
You're probably at the very edge of the map, because basically everything north of this map is kind of barbarian territory. So you are probably about here-ish, to be fair.
Okay.
So there's obviously a brandishing of weapons at this point. So the guys in charge and everyone around him kind of goes for their weapons at this point. And he goes, no, there's no need to get violent. It's quite simple. All you need to do is sign this agreement and it will be fine.
May I see that agreement?
No.
Then I will
You
not
can't.
sign it. How can I
Well,
sign
you don't
something
need
if
to
I've not
sign
seen it?
it. As I said before, this is between us and the Elk tribe.
And as my good friend here has
They
pointed out, we have existing negotiations with Bryn Chanda. So surely it is in our interests to examine this document. It may be in our interest, it may be a conflict of interest. Who knows?
It's in your interest to convince your barbarian friends here to sign yes. Valish Gant won't take no for an answer.
Oh, I'm sure he will when I've finished
Well,
with him.
I'm fairly sure we've given Village Gant a no before. As I do recall.
You've only
We've
briefly
done what?
spoken. You've only briefly
Have we?
spoken to Valish Gant. Yeah.
Yeah, I
thought
don't
we
think
had
we did.
Did we not have the run-in with him in the... Oh, I'm thinking
No, we
somebody else.
never spoke to him. He kind of wandered past us. We didn't get involved with him.
I
Hey,
think Cockwind asked him a few questions, but it was just like a passing thing.
Yeah, it was a passing thing, wasn't it? But we still got Penfold, haven't we?
Exactly.
Yeah.
In about,
We have a
right,
man on the
okay.
inside.
We've got a man on the inside.
He's probably drunk and pumping hookers at this point. We've corrupted him.
Probably. All right.
So as you're saying this, the barbarian says, "No, these are our friends and represent the Elk tribe in these matters. And in fact, our honorary members of the Elk tribe. We will not sign your paper today."
Imnek shudders slightly at the thought of having been made a member of the Elk tribe, but he says,
So, Steve, and just whilst this is all going on, what's going on behind these guys in terms of how many bad guys are there and
right?
that
So
sort of stuff?
there are there's the main guy who's speaking, and around him are 8 people who are obviously armed, and then there's about 20 or so kind of workers, would be the best way to describe them. So they're not visibly armed, and they're the people who are actually killing and gutting the reindeer. But at this point, they've stopped because they can obviously see that something's about to kick off. So most of them have kind of downed tools and are keeping an eye on what's going on right now.
So those guys, you would say, are probably not really committed in one way or another to this.
They're not showing any kind of threatening behaviour, and they're more just like, well, you can see a couple of them are kind of a bit worried now, but generally they all seem to be looking like, well, what's going to happen now then?
Okay. And there's carts or anything around, or how are they moving?
Yeah, there are a couple of carts which they are stacking reindeer bodies and such like onto.
Okay. And the bad guys are all reasonably spread out?
You basically form like two. Kind of imagine like meeting in a field. You got like a bit of a western standoff at the moment. It's an open air tundra, and you are kind of like a little bit spread out in lines. But the main guy of theirs and the Arrakis and the Elk tribe warrior who's doing discussions are kind of in the middle.
Well, howdy, partner. What brings you to these parts? Now, as my esteemed colleague says, we represent these good people. How can I convince them to sign if we haven't seen the agreement? I'll stare at him with a slight flicker of fire in my eye. I'm more than happy to make an intimidation check.
He goes into his pouch and hands you his scroll. Oh, sorry, I put you on the wrong thing there. Sorry. Which is basically just a contract, which gives basically signs over all the lands that are currently owned by the Elk tribe and all the reindeer and other wildlife and furs that are available, or the bounty of the land, over to Vailish Gant and the Arcane Brotherhood, and offers a transaction fee, which it doesn't say what the transaction fee is, but then says there will be a tax on all those who further farm the land.
Sid's just lost connection. He sent a message.
Okay.
He's just popped back in.
No, he's dropped from Discord.
Okay. Well, I'll pretend basically to scan this document, even though I don't give a shit about it. And at the point where I'm vaguely halfway through it, I'll just essentially just set it on fire with my hands. Oh, I'm sorry. How careless of me. That just happened a lot. I don't suppose you have another copy, do you?
The Iron Frenzy just looks you up and down.
Imnek steps forward at this point and looks this guy straight in the eye and says, I have an idea. Why don't you tell your men to stand down and tell us truthfully what is really going on? And as he's doing this, he will cast Suggestion.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's only DC 13, unfortunately. So there's a good chance it won't work. But hey, I might as well try.
Indeed. Give it a go.
I don't need
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't even need to look up the stats to say, yes, that person has not saved. They've not failed that save. So what was your suggestion?
To tell his man to stand down and then to tell us truthfully what is going on with this situation. So I'd say that sort of encompasses.
Yeah.
Them
Okay.
right there now, and also the doctor brother.
So he puts his hand out to the side and kind of like, ease down men, and all the armed men put their kind of relax a little bit. And he says to you, it's simple. I've been told to claim this land on behalf of Vailish Gant. I've been told to offer a price, but I'm limited on what I can offer. And to warn those that do not take our offer that we will be back with more men, more weapons, and Vailish Gant will take this land by force.
Not will I have my strength, he won't.
So really, this isn't much of an offer at all.
No.
No. Even he says, no, it's not.
Well, you may return to your master and tell him that a whirlwind is coming his way. You will leave these parts, and you will not return.
Well, he says, you're fools for not accepting Vailish's offer.
I'll visibly notably and just
sits back.
Laugh.
Hello, yes, I'm back.
Gant won't take no for an answer.
Oh, he will.
And the Arcane Brotherhood has a broader power base and deeper pockets than anyone in Icewind Dale. We'll be back. We'll be back. And he turns around and he goes, wind it up, people. We're heading back. And slowly they all kind of just pick along, and you can see the people who were doing all the slaughtering, the gutting and such, like, look visibly dejected. But slowly they pack up and head further back down south.
Yeah, you'd better run.
Imnek will turn to the Elk tribe people and say, I suggest you warn your people to be on their guard. They will. I suspect, even if you had
to say, I need to head back to Kingarand and tell him of these.
Yeah.
He needs to know.
I'll say, even if you seem to make an agreement with them, I wouldn't trust these Southerners. They
I don't
seem
think
hell bent on taking your
The
land.
mention of the term Southerners, I'll just glare at Imnek.
He was talking about the people from Brinchander. You know, you have no way of knowing if he was referring to you.
That's why I'm glaring at you.
Imnek will pointedly ignore you. Okay.
So he
Right then.
says, the Elk Tribe warrior points south and says, give them some head start, and then if you carry on more or less in the direction they're going, you'll get to Bremen's Run. I think that this is where we part company. I need to take this message back to King Yarund.
Agreed. However, we still have what's his chaps? I'm really bad
Beric.
at names. Beric, thank you.
Yeah.
We still have Beric, and he's the important one. So take this to your king, and we'll be on our way.
Good hunting.
On to you.
Certainly
They
hope so.
turn around and start heading north. Okay. So what are you guys doing now?
We head to Kelvin's Cairn. We'll get Beric on the case. Right there,
Okay.
dwarf.
So you follow the
Where are we going?
road to Bremen's Run,
Mhm.
and you know if you turn kind of east, you can head to Kelvin's Cairn and get to the Dale Drop, which is the top of the Dwarven Valley. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you start making your way that way. It is approaching nightfall of your second day of travel when you get to the north end of the Dwarven Valley.
Press on.
So where are you heading next?
Well, we need to get Beric on
we're
the
gonna-
case.
Yeah, push Beric to find Beric. Where the bloody hell did you kill your pals?
Oh, Spine of the World. So he's
Oh.
talking somewhere all the way over here.
Oh, well, what was he doing in Kelvin's Cairn? Is that whether he found the husk in Kelvin's Cairn, didn't
Yeah.
he? Right.
Oh, right. All right. Rephrase that question. Beric, you gobshite. Where did you dig up this tusk of a man?
So he leads you onto the mountainside. And somewhere on, and it's a bit of a trudge up, and the light's starting to fail now. But he eventually leads you to kind of the bottom of like a sheer drop. And he just points and goes around about here.
We look around. Can we see
Sure.
anything? Do we need to dig holes or?
Well, it's snowed quite considerably since
Sure.
you've arrived in Bryn Shander, and your guess is that Acre Castle was dug up before then. So,
Can you remember any landmarks, outcroppings, etc., that may be significant that won't be buried in snow?
he looks around and kind of, a dwarf not forgets the rock. Finds like an extra, like points towards where like at some point there's been some kind of landslide, because rather than just being a sheer drop, there's loads of rocks. He goes, and you can see where kind of rocks have been moved out of the way, although you can't see where a hole is. But he goes, "Aye, this is where we dug him up."
Right.
Right then, hot hands. Melt some snow.
Hot hands.
No.
Just glance at Cockwind with a quizzical eyebrow raised.
I will leave him to it and mooch and find a rock and sit on it like a gnome.
Right. Step
Imnek
aside,
will,
gentlemen.
He'll use his prestidigitation to start melting stuff as well.
Okay,
Heating
so
things up.
I'll be
I'm gonna
throwing
chill out.
firebolts left, right, and centre. Just having fun. Just throwing them around. Lots of embellishment. Boom.
Trick shots.
Yeah, exactly. Under the leg, all that sort of jazz.
I'm sort of just sat on this stone picking my teeth.
And occasionally, I'll just fling one off towards Cockwind. Boom. Not trying to
Round of
hit him,
applause.
just, keep him on his toes. Boom. Oh, sorry.
So as you clear the ice, you can see where there's been more signs of excavation, and you can see where like dirt and ice has been kind of chipped away because it's like formed a fresh snow which melts quicker. And you can see there is this kind of roughly body-shaped cavity in the ground.
Is there anything left in it? Is there any like rags or residue? Or...
Make an investigation check.
Uh-oh.
I'm now intrigued. I'm intrigued enough to get off my rock and have a look.
Yeah.
No.
So Arrakis finds nothing. You just see
Couldn't
dirt.
find his own arse with that roll.
I'm gonna drop that one in.
Is everyone having a look, or is it just you two?
Oh yeah, I'll look at the. I'll just gaze at Imnek and go. You're the one with the rock skills around here.
Imnek is
Point in the hole.
yeah. Imnek is disinterested. He just has a glance. He has a glance down.
Yeah. Okay.
Shrug his
then
shoulders.
you
There's
don't
fuck
see
all
much.
here.
You can see the there's like a remnants of a robe, or some bits of scratches of cloth which may have got caught, but nothing really that points you in the direction of anything.
Right.
It's just
So I've got another idea. Can I jump in the hole and look more carefully? Because it was a long way away from me.
yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to jump in the hole, and I'm going to do another investigation check.
Imnek will summon his dancing lights to.
Boom! There we go. See, I couldn't see.
Yeah, you just need more light.
Shaman
twat. So you, as I said, you find some scratches and bits of cloth which have been torn, which was probably part of his robe, you think. And you find as well, damage in the dirt, like a skull cap that would have gone on someone's head. But really not much else is there.
Okay, so can I scoop up these scraps of robe and the skull cap? And
yeah.
Is there any? I'm sort of examining the skull cap more carefully for any sort of insignia or coats of arms, anything like that. Any sort of markings.
There is an insignia on it, which is best described as like an inverted kite with horns on it. I think I've got a picture I can send to you.
Wait. Do any of us recognise it?
Make a history check.
I'm going to say that's a yes.
That's a yes. It's not something which is overly familiar, but you think from what you've heard that this may be the symbol of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yes, it's all falling into place.
I think you saw symbols similar to this when you were in Luskan.
Yes. We didn't encounter the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskan, though. It's just the pirate group. Did we?
Well, you did and you didn't. You were warned about them by the ship's captain.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. And I laughed it off because they're a bunch of pussies.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it's a slightly overinflated ego at work here, but never mind.
Yes, I believe that's your standard response to being told of any other organisation that you're not a part of.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, you know, my personality trait is sarcasm and insults are my weapons of choice. So.
Right, so I'm now going to look sheepishly up out of this hole which I'm in, which I cannot get out of.
And I'm going to look down at him and laugh.
And at which point,
down and give him a handout.
Thank you. You see, Imnek, always a gentleman. Thank you,
You
sir.
were good to us down in that hole.
Yeah. Right, I'm out.
Polite and practical.
You described him like a fucking handbag.
Right, I've dusted myself off and I'm ready to go.
Good. Right. I guess we're heading to the lake then.
Beric, did you do anything else while you were up here before we fuck off?
No, we just dug out Kessel from snow.
How long
What
did
did
it
you do
take
after
him to
that?
wake up?
I think he were already awake, waiting for us.
Really? So as soon as you dug him out, he was moving around.
Yeah.
Part
of that Palador knew exactly where to look for him.
Palador. Have you any idea where Palador may be at this point in time? Was he base of operations?
Last I heard, he went to East Haven.
East Haven. Right. Then in that case, I think East Haven should be a port of call on our little tour of the 10 towns, gentlemen.
No, hang on. Didn't the king just tell us he was with the other dude? I'm getting confused now.
Who was with the other dude?
No, sorry. It's all right. I've just checked my notes. It's fine. Carry on. It was
East Haven's age. So what I'm thinking is if we travel the towns of Black Dinnershire, find this ship with the black ice, we have... oh, very nice. That's quite pretty. It's quite an admirable symbol, actually. May I suggest we head to Caer Konig and then Caer Dinaval on the way down to East Haven. Should be the most efficient route along the
Yes,
way.
I was thinking that too.
Excellent. Right.
Now, I have a dumb question.
Wouldn't be the first.
Why would you put a black ice figurehead on the front of a ship in a lake?
He said a ram, not a figurehead.
Wow.
It is the
okay.
figurehead of the ship, that's the point of it.
No, a ram
There are
is
also rivers connected to that lake, so
something under the water to like smash holes in the bottom of other ships.
Right. Gotcha.
Oh,
I'm not sure Imnek would know that, but
I'd also like to point out it's not pointless in that lake because there are multiple rivers leading off the map.
Right, and those rivers would be suitable for shipping.
No idea. But
Right.
maybe.
no! I just assumed you thought, oh, because as soon as you stick it in the water, it'll melt.
No. Idiot.
I got what you meant about having access to other places.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody did. I'm glad somebody's on the same fucking page as me.
Those rivers might be enough to get the boat through, I guess, depending on the size of it.
Right, okay. I think we've got to go and find out, because that could be quite a serious weapon in their own hands.
Agreed. Now I understand what
No
a ram
fooling.
is. I just assumed it was a figurehead of a ram.
that's what I thought at first.
That's
but
what I
then-
thought.
then when Steve said it was on the ship, I feel that like you guys would probably work that out before in that, but obviously I can see you were getting confused as players.
No, I just assumed it'd be sort of a very ornate figurehead they stick on the bow of the ship to look pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty much where my mind went.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess we'll find out.
Right, okay. Let's go with your plan then.
Right then. At this point, someone's got a fly in their room. But they haven't. It's probably just my Sirenscape.
Caer Konig first.
Yes.
Okay, so you're
Yes.
heading down off Kelvin's Cairn and then down towards Icewind Pass and Caer Konig, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So it's nightfall. It's just as you are leaving the area where Cassel was dug up from. The sun starts to set. It starts to get dark. Even Beric says maybe we should rest in the Dwarven Valley where we've got shelter. Because you're just the north end of the Dwarven Valley is just about it's here. It's not far from where you are at the moment.
Very well.
Can we go to his place?
Yeah. You're probably a couple of hours walk from there.
Is there anywhere closer? We're looking at Berwick for that.
No, because you are you are stuck. You are quite literally on the side of the mountains. Unless you want to camp on the side of the mountain.
Nah, fuck it.
Nowhere.
We'll go to his forge then.
Yeah. Okay, so let's head you there. So you are met at the top end of the Dwarven Valley, at the Dale Drop, as it's called, by a group of Dwarven guards. But unlike the last few times you've been into the Dwarven Valley, no one is brandishing black ice weapons and no one is acting. You're more or less welcomed with open arms, as the guards appear to be loyal to Stokely.
Mm-hmm.
When they see you come and you say you have to rest, they ferry you towards like one of the halves inside the dwarves and say, we'll call for Stokely as well because he'll want to see you, and he'll want to see Berwick.
Very well.
So
he's here. I'll just casually thumb him at him and just wander into the forge rather nonchalantly.
So they treat you to some quarters in the forge, in the half area, and following morning, you are basically met by Stokely. Stokely is already there, and a breakfast has been prepared for you.
I shall come to this establishment again. The measure of a good hotel is the quality of the breakfast, after all.
He stands to welcome and he goes, friends of you dwarfs, welcome again to our humble hearth. And the eyes that you have, Berwick. I see you have a clansman.
Yes.
Kind
tell
of
me,
safe and sound.
I
He's
see.
quite harmless, I assure you.
Is he? He doesn't seem to be violent anymore.
Oh no, we've shaken that out of him. He's now just a depressed Radiohead listening weirdo.
He's a creep, he's a weirdo.
That's the man, mate. That's the boy. He sort of snivels a bit, dribbles a bit, but we're helping him through it. You know, a bit of group therapy and that.
What? A casual slap every now and again. Yeah, that's pretty much Arrakis' therapy for you. Fucking wake up. The threat of incineration is very motivating.
So Stokely kind of thanks you, invites you to tuck into breakfast, but you can sense he doesn't seem as ecstatic as you thought he might. Something seems to be troubling him.
Raise a quizzical eyebrow. Anything that matters, sir.
I'm going to tuck into breakfast while this nonsense is going on.
Same.
You seem fighting, sir.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be bringing this up with people from outside Valley. You've done enough to help us.
Well, everybody else does. One more won't hurt.
Well, I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of heart for bringing Beric back to us alive. And he looks unconvinced when he says, and well.
Yes.
We had a visit from 10 townsfolk yesterday.
Yes, we had a run-in with those ourselves. Did they ask you to sign a contract?
Aye, they did. Said they now owned mines.
I hope you didn't sign it.
Of course not. This valley has been in Clan Battlehammer for decades.
Excellent.
Been here longer than any of them.
What did you
Making us
tell
sign
them?
over. We told them you can try, but you won't have it.
If you told him, they can take our lives, but they'll never have our freedom, I'll be...
I warned them. We'll get the full might of Mithril Hall and Gauntlegrim behind us if we need to.
I admire your spirit, sir. We told him to fuck off as well.
I
wasn't impressed.
suggest you call for aid sooner rather than later, as the ones we ran into were very honest about how ready they were to use force.
So I look up from my big hunks of bacon and whatever else I'm scoffing down here, and I sort of I'll finish that and I'll try that again. I suggest perhaps you need to reach out to King Yarnold of the Elk tribe. There's a strong alliance to be formed in these lands.
Thank you, wise Cockwind. I think you are right.
Turn round. I'll just turn to Cockwind and surprisingly insightful. Where did that come from?
Bacon sandwich, mate. That's what it does to you.
He goes, I think you're right, unfortunately. Although I can call upon the aid of Mithrahall and Gotelgrim, they're many miles to the south. Vaelish Gant can send an army of troops well before I can muster the might of Mithrahall.
The Elks are good people, as much as it pains me to say so. I mean, I'll just sort of nod to one side. This chap here is one of them.
And then I'll say they're set up camp at the edge of Bremen's Run, the wood at Bremen's Run. Send word to them; they can reach King Yarnold.
Aye, thanks. He then goes, an unrelated matter. I noticed you came. My men tell me you came down from the Dale Drop, from Kelvin's Cairn.
Indeed, we did.
Notice anything unusual while you were there?
Well,
Elaborate.
Well, one of my men has been saying that he's noticed a pair of crag cats on the mountainside, and they wouldn't normally travel on hunt this far south, especially not on side of Kelvin's Cairn. Also says he saw smoke coming from one side of the mountain.
we did not see that, I'm afraid, no. We were looking for something else.
I won't pry into your business, but it sounds like it looks like someone else is up there, and they're no dwarf.
How can you tell?
A dwarf would know another dwarf was up there. And besides, Kelvin's Cairn is on our doorstep. We know our doorstep.
Where did you see this? Where did you see the reports of smoke? Was there reports of smoke, Steve? Was that anywhere where we were? Would we have seen it?
No, you wouldn't have seen it. No.
Man looks up on thing up on book.
Man looks up thing in D&D book.
Other man goes and shuts conservatory windows. Bear with me.
Other man gets another beer.
That's a good idea. I'll do that as well.
Ooh, while DM's doing some last minute prep.
He says it was on the southeastern side of the mountain, so you were on the southwestern side of the mountain.
Opposite side.
So you were kind of
Icewind
here,
Pass.
which is there, and he suggests it was kind of like here. So it's a
Near
good
where we're
distance.
heading.
It's a good distance away. Remember, Kelvin's Cairn is a big thing, so it was a few miles away from where you are.
Yeah, mountains being rather large objects, yeah.
Yes.
Kelvin's Cairn is a big thing.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
great pile of rocks, Steve.
It's one way of putting it.
Yeah, a few stones here or there. So I'm afraid not, sir. I mean, did your scouts report anything else?
No. Just it was unusual because no one would normally make a camp up that far up the side of the mountainside, and he says it were continuous. He says it were there following day, so whoever's there is set themselves up. They weren't just camping overnight and passing on.
I'll just turn to Imnek. I'll let Cockwind fill his face. What's Adam? What's your character doing at the moment? Are you just filling your face as well, or? No.
No,
Adam?
As I said, I had to go a moment.
Oh,
Apparently, I had to go check on the hot tub. So
you have a hot tub?
Yeah.
Bloody hell! Where the fuck do you live?
it's built this year.
God damn! If I want a hot tub, I have to fart in the bath.
What's the question? Sorry, or are you just checking that still there?
What's your character doing at the moment? Because Cockwind's basically filling his face.
I'm back.
I'm talking to Bremen, not Bremen, Stokely. Thank you. Jeez, I'm really shit with names tonight. Like worse than normal.
You need a chart, mate.
A chart, well, like a spider diagram.
Hmm.
I've got them all written down. I've been quite poor in my note keeping. I do have Stokely. There we go. Stokely. What's his chops? Stokely Silverstream.
Yes, that's it.
There we go. I've got him written down. Anyway, so yes, we're talking to Stokely. But I'll just turn to Imnek with a. Why do I feel the hand of? Oh God, what is it? The hand of Palador in this.
He and the Arcane Brotherhood seem to be very busy right now.
Indeed.
And it would put them in a good position to spy on Kerr Koenig. If that may be their intention of having someone up there.
While you're tucking into your bacon sandwich and sausage and mushrooms and potatoes, Cockwind. A dwarf comes up to you and goes, "Excuse me, would you be Master Cockwind?"
That'd be me.
Well, for some reason, something's come for you. And he hands you 2 letters.
Okay. This is strange.
Is this the results of your AIDS test?
No, let's investigate
Fan
these letters. Cousin
Fan
Cockwind.
mail.
Oh, blimey. Okay. Hang on. I'm not sure how I work this. Oh, okay, I see what's happened here.
Yeah, just move one of them over.
Right. I think everyone can see these.
Yeah,
I've
I've showed them to everyone, so everyone can see
That's
them.
good. That saves me the bother reading them out.
I hope this yeah. Auntie and uncle had an argument. Parted companies.
Well, for our viewers, you might want to read them out.
Oh, yes, good point.
Sorry, our
You can't
viewers.
read. Can Cockwind read?
No, I'm struggling here, mate. There's like big words here. So it says, "Dearest Cockwind, cousin Cockwind." See, I can't even read the first sentence without messing it up. I hope this letter finds you well and your endeavours in the Dwarven Valley have proved fruitful. I was hoping
That's
to
not what
speak
it
to you in
says.
person. Yes, it is.
Oh, it's not what it says on my screen.
You've
You're
got the
looking at
second
the
letter.
second
Right?
letter.
Got 2 letters.
Oh.
I now
Roll
feel
20
like,
will overlap them.
There we go.
but it would appear that you have been away from Bryn Shander for a few days, and so I feel I should write to you inform developments in the family. I'm concerned that our uncle has either come into an inheritance, or is burning through his money as he is buying boats in Mare Duladon and beehives Good Mead.
In good mead, that should be. Sorry, I didn't proofread that very well.
Not just you said.
Well, that's all right. These purchases have me concerned, but I've yet to raise the issue with Auntie. Kindest regards, Cousin Worm. Okay, the second letter. I hope this letter finds you well, as I regret to inform you I'm in a modicum of distress. Auntie and Uncle have had an argument and have parted company. It was a very public spat, and it turned our friends away from Auntie. She has left her house and has found haven in the east. I suggest you discuss matters with her. Uncle is upset at you and has said that you are not welcome at home. I advise staying away to avoid any unnecessary confrontation. Cousin Worm. Right, okay. What the fuck?
Do Cockwind.
Basically, sounds like your auntie's getting something somewhere else.
It does sound like she is getting a bit of something else somewhere else.
More
Now-
importantly, I suspect your uncle has been affected by the black ice.
Now, it would feel that way. Now, Mare Duladon, where's that now?
Right.
Duladon.
You do not have any relatives known as Worm,
Yes, now this is the other bit of my confusion.
and as far as you're aware, you don't have an uncle either. You do have an auntie who lives in Neverwinter,
Yes, I do know. I'm aware of the auntie.
but you
Let
don't
me just
know.
remember. Let me just have a look at my character sheet to remind myself what the hell is going on.
Shit you made up 6 months ago.
I remember there's being an auntie on my character sheet. Okay. Right. Okay.
Is this a milkman job, Cockwind?
There's a lot of things I'm not told, auntie, guys. There's a lot of things in my life which, let's just say, I've glossed over. But these messages have me vexed. There's a few reasons that they're vexing. Is I have no cousin worm, nor have I got an uncle who still lives.
Surprised his letter didn't ask you for money.
He didn't die on a mountain, did he?
No, this feels like some sort of. I'm not sure.
Trap.
I feel like this is a call for help. Now, I wonder if this is Penfold or the
Perhaps.
previous speaker of Brinchander, who's Devessa, reaching out to us through code.
Would make more sense, as I doubt any of your family would know where you are.
No, not my family. I do not tell my family where I am. Now, the only people that would know where we are is it would be Devessa. It must be Brinchander. If somebody we met in Brinchander, I think this is all part of the same problem, and I think Auntie is in fact Devessa.
Well, Goodmead is on the way.
Yes, I think we must venture that way with this, but we must tread with caution. Which has me confused and vexed.
I laugh in the face of caution. This sounds like a trap to me, so we should clearly spring it.
Jolly good, I shall let you lead the way.
But first, we find the boat. Because where was the...
No.
I heard the other
I
town.
understand it. I have worked it out. So,
Here we go.
The uncle, that's Valish Gant. Auntie is Devessa. Gant is buying the boats. And so the bus stop is all this shit that's kicking off now with the new guys in Brinchander, Arcane Brotherhood. That's my reading of these notes.
That's rather insightful.
That's what I think's going on. So I think it is definitely a trap.
Uncle is upset at you and has said you're not welcome at home. Yes, so Penfold is saying don't come back. Baelish Gant is going to try and kick off if we do.
Yeah.
Auntie's fucked off somewhere.
In the east, presumably Haven in the east, East Haven, I'm guessing.
Sounds good. Yes.
Okay.
So, well, we're heading towards East Haven anyway.
We are. And there's something else in East Haven for us, which I can't remember what it was. Pelador.
Pelador, yes.
Okay, so we're on the right path. But I think we got to stop at Mayor Duladon and Goodmead as well.
Oh, it's the lake. That's where it is. So if we go up to D, in Termalaine, maybe. That's on the Mayor Duladon. Yes. God damn it. How many fucking side quests are we getting?
Do we need to go
It's
see
worse
the
than
boat?
Baldur's Gate, seriously.
With the disadvantage of not having an automated journal.
Yeah.
Indeed. I've got to use my brain.
Or a golden breadcrumb trail that appears. Right, my active quest is this one.
Exactly. Oh my god. Can we
Where's
poke the DM to see where we're supposed to go next?
Oh, Christ, the opposite ends of the map. Right, okay.
Exactly. Mayor Duladon, boats in Mayor Duladon. That seems weird. Because I would have thought, because he said the person was selling, what's his name? This twat with the black ice was making this ram for someone in the lake in Lancashire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would have thought the boats would have been round there, but evidently not.
But
So those two are,
Lac Dunashire is connected to the Redwaters and Goodmead,
but not Lac Dunedon.
not the other one.
Not
Whatever
Maldon.
D is.
Mer Daldon.
Hmm. Actually, where is Mirdeladon or whatever it's called?
It's the lake at the top where we found where I basically fell off a waterfall and swore at you.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got to go back up that way.
All right. Okay.
Fucking hell.
But I think it's the same. It's all the same thing, isn't it? It's all the same problem. So we're on the right path.
My vote's to head to the Red Run and to East Haven.
Where's East Haven?
H.
Don't know.
South, east,
Oh, yeah.
southwest, Dinnershire.
I think East Haven might be our first port call. Let's speak to. Let's go and find Auntie.
That said, based on where we are, Mer Dualden is actually closer. And probably a safer road because we can just go through the Dwarven Valley.
Nah, I reckon we've got to find out. We've got to find out what's happening in Bryn Shander.
It seems like it makes most sense to sort of maybe investigate the thing on the mountain, then Caer Konig, Caer Dineval, then down to East Haven, and then we can sort of check for the boats in those other two places before.
Exactly. Head to Mer Dualden,
Good
find out the boats, and then head south to East Haven.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Right.
I'm done with that.
Right then. Well,
And
it
I
seems
nod
you're,
to the DM there. That was good. That
clever.
I like that.
You'll probably have had to explain all this to Imnek 2 or 3 times because the letters are full of innuendo and metaphors that have gone straight over his head.
Indeed. Well, Imnek, it would seem we're going hunting for that ram after all.
I assumed we would anyway, but yes.
Seems our priorities have changed.
Hmm.
Head back to the warm lake, and I'll just shudder at the thought of falling off another fucking waterfall.
That was in Evermelt, which was like way up off the map.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, you went to the shores.
Oh, that's what beat the crap out of those 3 barbarians, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because Cockwind
that
decided
was
to
about-
patch a plot.
Yeah.
Hatch a plot.
Um,
Okay, so Stokely kind of just lets you carry on with this conversation, and he calls he calls one of his men over to you when he thinks you're winding up, and he puts a bag of coins in the middle of the table. He goes, "Now, I insist that you take the rewards that we agreed, because you were, I asked you to clear out the mines of the zombies, and you did. And I asked you to bring Beric back to me, and you did. And I know you obviously didn't. You thought you didn't need payment. It was an act of goodness, which is why you left straight away without getting the money.
Visible smirk
Yeah.
at a racketed point. Act of goodness. Yes.
So in here is the reward we agreed at the time. I think you did well and did the Dwarven Valley well. And don't forget, you're always welcome here.
Thank you, good sir.
So he
You're,
hands you a bag full of gold coins,
Excellent.
stamped with the symbols of Mithril Hall and Gauntgrim.
Very nice.
Yeah, go on.
How much is in the bag?
There's 350 gold pieces in the bag.
Divide that by 4, that's maths that my brain is
87 gold and 5 silver.
Jesus Christ. 87. Okay.
Yeah.
106 gold.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How,
28 silver. There we go. Done. Right. That's some impressive maths there, Derek. I heard the calculator though. So.
Yes.
Well, thank you, sir. Although your favour is far more valuable to me.
Well, as I say, trouble seems to be afoot. I think I will make contact with King Garand, and if you need to pass on a message, just send any messenger or trader to the Dwarven Valley, and we'll get it.
Thank you, sir. And
So-
yes, I understand the nature of trouble following you. It seems to follow me like a smell.
Now, at this point,
You'll make
I'm gonna...
all the dwarfs make a sideways glance at Imnek when you say follows like a smell.
So
Yes, him too.
at this point, now that we seem to be winding down the main affairs, I'm going to bring out the battle axe that I found. Now I'm going on a hunch here that dwarves might like a battle axe.
As soon as you bring this battle axe onto the table, several dwarves' eyes raise and they all kind of sit more upright. And oh, hello, what's this?
Is this the Black Ice Battle Axe?
This
No,
is
it's
the
the-
magical
No, it's the one they
dwarven
found.
one.
Oh,
Plus
yeah,
one
okay.
battle axe.
Oh, this is the part of the Dragon's Horde
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
sure. I don't need to be quite so concerned.
No.
What are you going to do? Is this going to be like cash in the attic? You're going to fucking auction it off? You're
I'm
going to
gonna.
paint yourself orange?
It's weighing me down. That's what I'm gonna. So I'm gonna look around the room and say, dwarves, this axe I found. It's heavy. It's bigger than me. I don't really want it. I'm open to offers.
A dagger's bigger than you, Cockwind.
Well, this is truth. I've dragged this fucker up and down this hill. I'm not dragging it up again. So I'm looking around the room for offers, and they're all kind of interested. So I'm expecting some sort of storage hunter 350 sort of bidding war going.
Going once, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, no. Can I get 10, 12? No. Yeah, okay.
That's sort of
Shave your
action
head.
going on.
You're not going to
But
do
I'll,
David Dickinson, are you? Put on a crap suit and paint yourself orange.
Yeah, why not, mate? I'll do that.
Keep his chips.
Look-
Keep his chips.
I look like an Oompa
You've
Loompa
hunted
for
through
this.
your attic and you've come out with a pile of shite that no one wants and you've made £5.
£5. Right then, so I'm looking for offers then, Steve. So is there anyone interested in it?
They're all definitely interested in it. There's no doubt about that.
I think a fight to the death is the only fair way to decide this. I'll just put my feet up on the table as I'm noshing
First thing,
on some
and I'm going to say now, does anybody have a magical bow? And I'll swap it straight out.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dwarves well known for their archery talent.
This is what I was suspicious. I didn't think they would.
All the dwarfs kind of look to Thane Stokely, and Stokely goes, "This is a rare magic item. I do believe this was last seen on the fabled dragon slayer that didn't slay a dragon."
Yeah, that's where we found it.
How did he get the name then?
Well,
He was slayed by a dragon.
he was. I think many a dwarven song exaggerates his deeds,
This is true.
and I think more he was more fighting swamp lizards, and he disguised the core was a dragon, and he went chased after ice in death and was ne'er seen again.
Or of a Komodo dragon.
Now, we don't have no bows, Master Cockwind. We're not of the elven realm. However, we do have crossbows.
Oh. Ooh. Could do a crossbow, couldn't I?
Yeah.
You're going to wangle a magic crossbow.
I don't know. I'm going to see what the dice roll is.
Now,
I'm willing to trade there, Stokely. I'm willing to trade.
well, I think you've been a friend to the dwarfs, and I think a swap would be fair. It says I wouldn't be able to get it for you now. It's in our armory. It's deep in our armory. So
That's no problem. You're a man of your word. I shall leave this battle axe with your care, and I shall collect whatever you can offer me upon
Can you
a
get it to
return.
FedEx
from
next day?
I shall collect it upon a return from after we've investigated the events on Calvin's Cairn for you.
aye, I think a fair deal that.
Jolly good. That way I don't need to hump it up the bastard hill again. So I hand Stokely the battle axe with no real feeling of loss whatsoever.
He seems very appreciative of it.
And by
Looks
hand,
over
you
it.
mean both hands and putting it back into it.
Sort of dragging it along the ground, sort of.
Yeah.
Stand on the chair as well, just so you can reach over.
Obviously,
Press.
I'm not offering to help at all. I'm just watching this show, just eating ham.
That's it. That's it. Right. Excellent. That's all I wanted to do at this point.
Okay. Right. So you finished your breakfast.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Where next?
Do we want to check out this thing on the mountainside?
Tourmaline.
Yeah.
Tourmaline.
How are you on the Germaline for?
Go right. Yeah, let's go and see Germaline.
Right. Yeah. Let's go up the hill. We're going up the hill.
So no, this way.
No, we've got to go up the hill to see the smoke thing first.
Are we doing that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to do
Well,
that first.
do we even need to go to check out the boats? Because what he's saying is that he's investing in other places. So,
Fair point.
I mean, it just seems that we're trekking all the way over there, and then we've got to trek all the way back to do what we're
That's
going to
fair
do.
enough.
So.
As opposed to trekking up a fucking mountain.
Well, it's kind of on the way.
It's not the way at all. It's entirely the opposite direction.
No, because we were going to go to Caer Konig and then down around the lake
Fuck
to
that. We don't need to go there. We just need to go straight to East Haven.
East Haven.
Yeah, there.
Right. So we're going up the hill then.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
find this smoke. After all, I do have an affinity for fire. Pray tell, you over there. What's your name? Point at the master.
Stokely.
Stokely, thank you. Yeah. You there. Pray tell, where was this smoke?
One of our men can guide
I'm
you
looking at a tiefling Jack Sparrow, aren't I?
to
Yeah.
One of our scouts can point you it and take you to where he saw the smoke.
Excellent. Thank you. Let's go and do that on a full stomach.
As I'll grab a sausage and rustle
Easy
up my
now.
gear and head off. Follow him out the hall.
Okay.
hmm
To the mountain again. This is the third time we've been up this bloody
Like I said, that's why I don't want to haul that fucking axe up again.
I don't blame you. Oh,
Are we leaving Beric here with them, by the way?
yes.
I think
I can't see
the only reason we need him again is to take us down
We
the spine
will.
of the world next.
Yeah.
I can't see him causing any trouble anymore. I'll as we leave, I'll just advise Stokely that if Beric's any trouble, believe me, he responds to a very good slap across the chops. Seems to snap him out of it. Call it Thundarian therapy.
Oh, I just realised I've had the wrong music playing for the last 10 to 15 minutes.
I still don't get this music. I still
I don't
don't
get
get
it
it
either.
through my.
I wasn't hearing it.
I got
Oh.
the weird wind thing. That's
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, I've had Sirenscape on at mind.
Fair enough.
But no, I've not heard your music, Steve, at all. I've had it once before,
Yes.
but I've not heard it since.
Okay. Oh well.
Not that we don't appreciate the effort, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But, you know, fucking sort it out.
Okay. So with
Oh, I've got it now. I can hear it.
you can hear that one. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's back. It's just the volume is coming up at my end a little bit.
Okay, now I can, yeah.
Volume was too low. Fair enough. So, one of Beric's scouts leads you up the southeastern edge of Kelvin's
Kelvin's
Cairn. And he gets a bit. He starts getting a bit tetchy towards one point because he keeps looking round at the slopes at all times, and kind of says, "Well, it's about here I saw the white-furred cats.
Ah, yes.
Keep your wits about you if I were you."
I'm sure a couple of flea-bitten moggies won't give us too much trouble.
I could do with a new covering for my shield.
Words.
That's what Arrakis is good at,
Arrakis has many words.
and none of them useful.
Exactly.
There is that.
Oh yeah, I can hear something now.
Yeah, you see,
just
it's working. Then.
turn the volume up. That's
Give you
why.
some beans.
I need to turn down your gobby voice first, and then I'll be able to hear it properly.
You need to turn it down a lot.
Fuck you.
Okay, so it's a bit of an arduous climb up the southeastern side. It's a bit steeper than the southwestern side where you've been to find Casel's body. But you get onto like a winding path that leads up, and it isn't long until the dwarf you're with kind of freezes in place and goes,
I'll just bundle into him.
"Yeah,
Sorry, my friend.
I can hear them padding around.
What, the cats?
Yeah."
Well, we'll just get a couple of cans of whiskers. They'll be fine. How far away?
Probably just the other side of this pass. I'd get ready. Get your weapons ready. And true enough, on the pass ahead of you, directly ahead, you can see this large, like, mountain lion, but with white fur.
Moo.
Moo.
Moo. All animals go moo.
Fair enough. It kind of makes a growly mooing noise then.
It's alright, guys. I've got +4 animal handling.
I'm going to sneak off from the bit of the group here. I'm going to sort of go sideways a bit.
Okay.
Just to give myself a bit of distance from the cannon fodder.
So make a stealth check.
Roger, roger.
So you're on quite a narrow path. So it's probably you could probably head backwards and you might be able to drop down like the cliffside if need be. So which way are you heading?
I'm gonna do that, but I will, if I'm gonna be out of sight, I will give the rest of the guys a nod that I'm what I'm doing.
Okay.
So
Cockwind slinks off and disappears into the snow like the snow fox he was. However, he turns around and comes face to face with a second cat
Oh, dear.
oh shit balls!
that was prowling you from behind. Roll for
Where?
initiative, gents.
You bastard, DM. Right, how do I?
Right, what
Wait
I'll
for
do
token.
is I will after. Where the hell's that gone? Bear with me a moment. So I'll just do it in this kind of small area here. So
You had to chuck in a combat, didn't you?
Yeah. So, right, let's move you guys all up a bit.
Well, I'm not going to do you the courtesy
Back.
of using my spell slots.
Let's reveal that. And
Where are these overgrown pussies?
where the hell have they gone?
Yeah, it's quite nice with that music on.
It is.
Really sets the atmosphere. Yeah.
It does. That's why I've got Sirenscape. Yes, I mean Derek's obviously a part of it, so I think it
Yes.
helps.
Yeah, Imnek's too busy admiring the coat, the pelt on the cats, imagining how it's going to look on his shield.
Got to kill them first.
Ah, should be no bother for us. Oh, you fucker!
Again.
It's a big
Ah,
boy.
well, it's
Famous
not gone.
last words. Again.
It's not quite that big.
Boo hiss.
Where's that one?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, right. Has everyone rolled for initiative?
Just not me. So there you
I will have
Holy
to do
shit.
this.
go. These are big bastards.
Mm. And they've rolled bastard well as well.
Yeah.
Mm. Bloody hell. Well, they are cats. They do have good reflexes, and presumably a ridiculous dex bonus.
That's kind of what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one right in front of you will take a swipe at Cockwind with its claw.
Cockwind's in trouble.
Cockwind
Yeah, man.
possibly in trouble.
Jesus.
It's armor class 20.
Oh, it's gonna.
That's pretty
That's a
hefty.
hit. That's gonna be hitting me.
So you take 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh, motherfucker. This is just to pay me back for not taking any hits last time, isn't it?
Yeah. It's called
Right.
karma, bitch.
So that's taking me down to something. So 11 points of damage, yeah?
Yep.
Mm.
Okay.
Right. You didn't agree a marching order, so I've just kind of put you randomly. Would that be roughly what the order of you guys would have been?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Imnek's likely to be out in front.
Yes. And I'll just be, poncing along kind of halfway back. Chatting to the druid about everything and nothing.
So, oh yeah. So this one bounds forward,
Whoa.
and swings. It pounces at you. Basically, it's a running pounce.
Mhm.
Exactly. Much better than I could do.
That wasn't a move.
Imnek.
It wasn't a move. It's a coward in disguise.
That's a miss. It buries its face in my shield as I raise it in front of me.
Your shield. Oh, right, yeah, got you. Yeah.
Okay. Over to you guys.
Well,
Alright. So, El Cockwind, first thing he's going to do is
run.
get the fuck out of Dodge.
Ha!
And he's going to move to.
Are you using
I've lost
a
me, I've lost
disengage
my
action?
ruler. Oh crap, I'm engaged, aren't I? God.
So the ruler, it's that circle thing with the line coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's changed,
I've
isn't it?
changed it.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah.
more options on it now. Ooh.
Right. Bear with me, Steve. I'm just going to work out what I'm going to do then. I am going to probably use my bonus action to disengage. I just need to double check.
Seems like a plan.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage my bonus action,
Yep.
and I am going to get behind Arrakis.
But you probably not.
You're going to be like, I just imagine this sort of like rolling sort of backwards shield of you each trying to use each other.
So I'm going to get behind Arrakis and Imnek and hope to buggery that Sylfina gets in the way on the other side. So, right, that's where I'm going to go with my bonus action and my move, and then I'm going to attack. Where's my thingy? So, I'm just going to take on the boy that hit me,
Okay.
and it's the usual story. short bow, and if it hits, I'll do a. Oh, I can't, can I?
No.
So it's just going to be a short bow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Yes, I thought
Goes
it
far
might
and
be.
wide. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm out of actions now. So
Yep.
that's me.
Arrakis.
Ugh. Right, time for a little bit of pest extermination. Okay, snap center. Jesus, that's got a bit hefty since I last used this. 25 feet, okay. 30 feet, oh, that'll work quite nicely. Assuming. Sorry, just bear with me. Actually, do you know what? I can save a bit of time. Got the old imaging what's in here. 30 feet, I thought it was. Right, okay. So, I'm going to bundle forwards to there.
You bastard.
God damn it. To. I said there, didn't I? Was it there? There.
You should know not to rely on him by now.
Oh, I should have gone behind you.
Yes, there. Well, I'm
I'll
not
put you in
exactly a
front of the
meat
cat.
shield. I'm
Oh.
hardly a meat shield here. Right, and I'm going to cast a Witch Bolt on this large, oversized rug with legs.
This one here. Yeah.
That's the one. Witch Bolt. Ooh!
Ooh, that's a good hit.
That's a good hit.
The best bit is it's a concentration spell, so every round I just basically do D12 damage to it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so you fire
Yeah.
off this bolt of witchy energy at Sylfina.
Die, cat. I mean, I could have cast it at like second level. That would have done like 2d12 damage, but you know what? It's probably enough. So that's a level. Yeah. Oh, it's automatically reduced my spell slots. That's pretty cool.
Clever like that.
It's clever, yeah. No cheaty.
Adam.
No, I've totally got 6 spell slots left.
Yeah.
Ah. Die, cat. Obviously, I don't want to give it too much damage because Imnek needs to use it as a pelt afterwards.
Just
Imnek's kind of
all-
assuming that there won't be much left of whichever one you go for, so he's banking on the other one having something.
Yeah, you're probably right with that one. Arrakis doesn't leave much in the way of remains.
Where's the ruler option gone? What the hell?
That's a tasty beer right there.
What have you gone for?
I've gone for Workbench IPA from Fine Ales.
Oh.
There we go, for the benefits of the internet community there. It's not all RPG, some of it's beer drinking as well.
Well, I just smashed 2 tins of Dead Pony Club, and I'm thinking,
Good effort.
it's quite a supping ale,
I'm
that.
not going to measure anything.
We are basically the alcoholic group of the workbench.
Adam, it's change symbol. Oh, there you go. You got
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's change
Which is
symbol.
so weird.
Yeah.
So for bonus action, I'll cast Flame Blade and then move. Should be.
Our IT support looks really bored.
So you've moved through the cat, so it takes an opportunity attack.
All right.
Do you want to move around it or go for the other one?
What was it? Oh, I didn't know.
This is like the best hit Arrakis has done for about 4 sessions. I'm quite proud of that.
I don't really want to stand in front of the other cat. Is the thing.
The last 2 sessions have basically been falling off a waterfall, failing to hit anything, and getting set on fire.
I'm disappointed I've taken a hit.
So someone's going to be left standing in front of that cat, no matter what you guys try, I think.
We're going to basically play the odds now, depending on where the DM sends it.
Then on it.
Oh, I like it. You're flanking it. Nice. You get a bonus for that, don't you?
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
he's
we're
not.
not-
A thief.
Yeah. No, well, I don't think Steve's not using the bonus rules for flanking, I think.
No.
With that case, rid of them.
It hits anyway.
That hits anyway. That's
Oh! So you've done this before.
Solid hit that.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, Adam. You should have
Spellcasters.
played that more often.
okay. You basically just smack it with this sword of fire. You just conjure up from nowhere.
Carve its buttocks
bonus
into luncheon meat.
Yeah, Imnek.
Imnek sees this whoosh of flame, and then the elf running around and thinking, oh, I hope they leave something of the other cat then. And I'll take a swing at this one in front of me.
Leave the other cat to
Okay.
me.
That's it. I should have cast Hex on it beforehand.
Ooh, that's a good.
Fine.
So that's
Oh,
10.
another good smack.
Yep.
Another good smack, that is, yeah.
Slash
This mob
it,
is
smash it in the
going
face.
down.
Okay. So yeah, it's taken a good beating, and it's definitely already looking like you've bloodied it. So who's it going to go for? Is the question. Is he going to go for the person that hit it with a dark longsword, or hit it with a fiery longsword? He's going to go for the person that hit it with a fiery longsword. So it turns to Sylfina.
Probably more
Ah,
afraid of
hit
fire.
it on it, smacked its ass. Cheeky.
Yeah.
Like
So
the flaming druidic ass pat.
and rolls a 7.
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
So distracted by being attacked from both sides, turns.
Flaming druidic ass tap.
And this one pounces at Cockwind.
Oh
for
dear,
fuck's
never
sake.
mind. I'll stifle a smirk.
Hits armor class 14.
Ooh, hang on. I think I am
That's a
14.
miss, I think.
No,
Oh,
I'm
it's a hit.
15. I'm 15.
Oh, it's a miss. There you go.
Oh,
never mind.
you miss it. Make takes a pounce at you and swipes at you with his claw. And
I
misses.
dodge it.
You
How unfortunate.
dodge out the way. Cockwind.
That was bastard close, that. Right, so I will cheese it. I will head off up. Is that difficult terrain up there?
Yeah.
Alright. So what do I lose for difficult
So
terrain?
it's half movement of difficult terrain.
So
So you get
that's
there.
I can get to there.
No, you can
Right.
get to there.
No, I've got 30 movement, haven't I? Or 20? Am I 20?
25, you're a wee one.
I'm a wee midget, am I?
You can get to
Okay.
there, sunshine. You're going no further.
Alright, that's fine.
Don't come this way, though. You'll bring it over here.
Yeah, well,
Stay where you are.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to here. That's where I said, wasn't it? That's where we
That won't help matters, sir. That
Right.
won't help matters at all.
And I am going
You'd better kill
to take on this one.
Hey, no, don't do that. No.
Well,
What
this
about
one-
this
it's
one? This one here. The one
No,
that's being
this one.
electrocuted. Shoot that
This
one.
one.
That one's well handled.
This one. Right. We'll go for that one.
Okay.
And where's my bloody thing gone? I will go for it with my short bow, and I will pull out. If I hit, I will go sneak attack as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
That is a hit. So
excellent.
you can do
Right.
your sneak attack damage.
So roll 2d6. It's 2d6, isn't it? Still.
I think so.
Oh,
Nice.
There you go.
18 points of damage. Come.
17.
17. 17.
17. Well, either way, down it goes.
Excellent.
Arrakis.
Now, have
Well,
I?
mine's
Hang on.
pretty
Hang on.
straightforward.
Hang on. Have I used my bonus action?
Yes, you had because you had to disengage from the other crag cat.
Did I?
Yeah, because otherwise you. Oh, yeah, unless you
Get
choose
in!
not to do it.
Oh yes. No, I would have. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot. He hit me last.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
D12, Steve.
D12. That's really quite cool. That spell.
Yes, it is.
'Cause it's like it's your action.
It's
got
basically Force Lightning. It's fucking awesome.
damage.
It's the first time you've landed it though.
And I can definitely think of Arrakis sort of standing there screaming, "Unlimited power!"
Gang fool. And this is only a level what? This is only a level 1 spell.
Level
I
one,
could have
yeah.
cast it at level 2 and fucked him up.
I thought it only does still only does the 1d12 on the subsequent turns. Much to my disappointment, because Warlocks get it, and I was thinking, oh, that'd be great.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
2d12 when you first cast it in d12.
Yeah.
Yeah, the initial damage increases. God damn it! In that case, yeah, I'm very glad I cast it at first level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you remember all this shit, Derek? Seriously. Well, that's why
I
you
know.
read it.
Yeah.
Andy wouldn't be able to remember his name if it wasn't sewn into his underpants.
Honestly, yeah, seriously. Well, come on, I sleep and drink. You know, that's what I've got good at. I'm very good at drinking.
Right,
Cheers.
Adam, over to you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hit this one. Or try and hit this one, I guess.
With your flame blade again, is it still?
Yep.
I'll
It's
take
still
it.
up.
So that was a hit.
It's a hit. Unfortunately, it's a very low damage roll.
Mhm.
Again, this one's starting to look a bit worse for wear now.
Good.
Having taken a forced lightning to the face and now a flaming sword to its flank. Imnek.
Well, Imnek's hoping that low attack roll won't have caused too much damage to the fur. So he's going to leap forward and try and finish it off before it takes too much more damage. Like from you guys. And
Har.
swing in.
That is
14?
a hit.
Hooray!
And
God,
basically, you slash across and you take it down.
Yay!
So this is what it feels like to not take any damage. This is refreshing.
Imnek will immediately start working, trying to get some pelt off that. Whichever one looks most intact.
There might be a
Okay.
few singed hairs.
Yeah.
Although clearly I softened that one up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
22
Imnek says
points of
placating
damage, bitch. That was a casual spell as well.
Make a. I don't know. I was going to say make a
Dexterity.
roll, see, but no.
Survival?
I think, yeah, make a survival roll
Oh, okay.
to see how well you can. Yep.
Interesting interpretation. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, quite well.
That's better than the talk I made.
Yeah, you've managed to get quite a good pelt off this. You've managed to get quite a clean
Excellent.
cut, and yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
have
he'll
right.
sort of be scraping it off as well as
Yep. So you have
I'm
one.
gonna-
Got one good quality crag cat pelt.
Excellent.
So I'm going to shout over to Imnek. You get some meat off that thing as well. That
Meat.
breakfast it's just not lasted very long.
Help yourself, my friend. There's plenty to go around, and some of it's been
bastard.
pre-cooked for you.
That's it. And then I nod to Arrakis. Go just toast me a leg there be a good man.
Yes, I'll just fling a firebolt at him and just nonchalantly.
As I will sidle over and remove a leg of this crag cat and proceed to
before you-
punch him on.
Before you do that, Imnek will use, because I haven't used this yet with prestidigitation, I will flavour it. I will give it a nice peppery taste.
Oh, wow. There we are. Look at that. Peppered crag cat.
It's like the best spell ever, prestidigitation. Everyone should get it.
I'm loving it. Right, and I will then nod to both of my colleagues for their assistance in giving me another feed.
Okay. So, taking stock of your situation, that you actually can see at this point the smoke rising a little bit further ahead. So it must be like 500 yards further up into the mountain. You can see this pillar of smoke, which looks like someone's got a decent fire going, a bit like you would get on like a kind of like a house in the middle of winter kind of thing. So it's quite a thin plume, but it's heading straight up and it's quite dark.
Burning tyres. Right, in that case, I suggest we head straight forward, boys. What could possibly go wrong? Although it sounds like a fairly significant camp. Prepare yourselves.
Well, I do admire your Arrakis, but what say I scout and see
Yes,
what
perhaps.
we're facing.
Perhaps that
Even
would
better.
be wisest.
Go for it. Yes, you take the danger. We'll just sit back here eating cat.
Right. So, stealth roll.
Yes, please.
No, nice.
That'll do. So,
Only
as
rolled a
I'm
16. What's you bragging for?
I'm going to go into my desert fox, or not desert fox,
Snow fox.
Arctic fox
Dipshit
mode,
squirrel.
and I'm going to proceed forwards towards the smoke and see what's cooking.
Okay, so, bear with me
My roll
just a
20
brief
is just
moment.
about to restart.
Mine's just gone black, but I guess that's deliberate.
That's me. Yeah,
No,
I just blackened it to do something. So
Okay.
you you make your way further ahead, and the path you're on bends to the left-hand side, and you can see like a kind of inlet of sorts. I'm just going to just very crudely sketch something on there. But just ahead, it doesn't appear that they've noticed you. You can see several groups of goblins.
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 That's unexpected.
Okay.
In the mountains?
Right. So I'm still waiting for my roll 20 to restart.
Okay.
Wait one.
Jesus. Seriously, your computer seems to be about as stable as a Middle Eastern peace treaty.
Mate, I'm in the north. The internet's not got here yet.
I heard you're getting fire next week.
No, we got fire. We got fire last week. It's running water next week.
Oh, excellent. Are you getting sewage next month?
No, we don't do sewage. We just eat that.
Oh, fair dues, yeah. Shite out the window.
That's it. Right. Okay, I'm back in.
Right. So, can you all roll initiative again? However, at the moment, everyone is as far away as possible, and you don't appear to have notified them of your presence.
Oh, yet again a natural one for my
Oh,
own.
god damn it. Seriously.
Bloody hell, guys.
Wow.
You're on your own for a while, Sid.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? It does feel that way.
We are actually just sat on our asses eating cats.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm glad I'm riding the stealth button at the moment.
So are we. Yeah. Especially given what the goblins have just rolled. Jesus.
So what's that big black thing you've drawn there, Steve? Is that the smoke?
Right. That is that's a cave entrance there.
Oh, all right, okay.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's like playing Neverwinter Nights. This.
Well, yeah, it's that's like top of the range graphics card. That is, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to go
Team of-
into there. There'll be a fire. There'll be a goblin. There'll be an ogre, and a couple of other things you can interact with, like a couple of barrels randomly in a cave that contain gold coins. Who the fuck puts gold coins in barrels in the mountains? Seriously.
Someone just didn't trust the banks.
Fucking hell.
Jesus, right.
Okay. So the goblins do not know any of you are there at this point, and you, at Cockwind, you have a surprise round on them. So.
To be fair, Steve, given our initiative rolls, I don't even think we know they're there, either.
Yeah, well, no.
I was going to say, do I need to somehow tell them that there? Fucking hell, boys. Right.
Send carrier pigeon.
The perils of rolling one dice.
Is there anything in front of me in the scene that can help me take on these guys? Because there's quite a lot of them.
Basically, it's just a path at the mountainside, and I'm going to make. So you've got the mountain is rising up on this side. So this side where you can see the cave. This side here is a. So it's going to be a little bit reverse of what you can see at the moment. So it's going to be a short drop here, and then a sheer drop here. So the.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay, so kind of invert what you can see. Imagine you're standing on the mountain side at this point.
Yeah.
And the peak of Kelvin's Cairn is up at the top left of the map.
Right, okay.
That's
Right.
I fell off.
So, what I will do, I think. So I'm on a surprise round anyway, haven't I?
Crossbow, man. Only goblins.
I haven't got a crossbow, mate. Not yet.
Sure. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, you're on a promise, aren't you?
I'm on a promise of that. Right. So, would I be too hard to drop a trap, and would that be an action or a bonus action?
That would be an action.
Okay, let's fuck that off. In that case, I've got advantage on a surprise. And have I got advantage on a surprise? No, it's just a round.
You just get free attack. They can't sort of shoot back. So.
So, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
But
yeah,
you are hidden, so you get advantage from that.
that's true. Good point.
And you will get advantage on that. That's the first one, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to just take on just the closest one, I think.
Okay.
That one there.
So you're at a distance of 55 feet away.
Yeah, which should be within the normal of my short
Yeah.
bow.
Yeah, I think it's about 80 or something.
Yeah.
80, I think, is what it
It's
is. Yeah.
8320, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to point him with a short bow.
Advantage.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Oh, God.
Fucking
hang on.
good job, Jesus Christ!
Jesus, that's pretty poor. Right, okay, hang loose.
Can't
Sorry, I'm
also
trying
ask
to-
for the banjo with that.
I haven't got quite as many windows as I'm used to at home here. It's a short. That's a bit better.
There you go. Right, so...
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack. Did you sneak attack damage as well?
Alright, so that landed then. Roll 2d6. Go. Hit him for 11.
Damage. Oh, it's gotta
Oh,
be a
12,
goblin.
sorry. 12.
Boom!
Yes.
Cool.
Disappears. Well, not disappears. He drops.
And have I still got my bonus action left?
Yes.
So I'll hide.
Cheese it. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so they don't know what hit him at the moment, which is good.
Okay. Adam.
Come and go then. That's about as far as I can get, so... I do have a longbow though,
Mm-hmm.
so that's got a minimum of 150 feet. Or normal range or whatever it's trying to there.
Yeah,
I think I'm in range of one of these.
definitely.
I could hit any of these that aren't hidden behind. Well, yeah.
Pretty much.
Shoot it then!
Yeah, let's do
Drop him like a sack of spuds.
that one.
Which one, sorry?
Top middle, I think, Steve.
That one there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ding.
It's a hit.
Bare fucking minimum damage though.
Yep.
It all counts. You woke him up though. Sam Fisher would not be happy.
Sam Fisher will do the same damage every time.
Sam Fisher would
So-
get close enough to just break his neck.
Arrakis.
Arrakis is
Yeah,
firebolting this shit up. So he's going to shoot this bitch, wherever he is. Get the right icon, Andy. That one. With
Okay.
a firebolt. 120 foot range, so it's all good. Easy peasy.
I've also
Yeah,
let go
so-
of the fireblade so I can invoke it as a bonus action if I need to.
A firebolt. Pew!
And that is a
Fuck it!
miss.
God damn it.
I tried to suspend that as long as I could. It was a miss.
The sad thing is, I get a +7 on that hit.
What did you roll? Oh, you rolled a 6.
I rolled a 6, yes, yes. Anything more than that would probably have been a hit, but never mind. I rolled a 9 out of 10 for damage as well. God damn it! I'm summoning the part of fire. I just can't hit. Well, actually, do you know what? The witch bolt makes up for it. That was good.
Okay. Are you moving, or are you going to stay?
No, I'm
range?
staying right here.
Okay, Imnek.
Okay, Imnek's gonna run up beside Sylfanus, and I'm just gonna
Yes, it's me, the
Shoot
Banshee
it.
Queen.
shoot an Eldritch Blast at the whoever Sylfanus shot.
Okay, so this is one at the back.
That's a
there.
miss.
That's a critical miss.
Yeah.
It
I
fizzles
just want
out.
to see
It's a
Adam
particle effect.
charging at these fuckers with a flame blade. And just going nuts.
Okay, the first thing they're going to do, so it's back to the goblins, is they're going to try and look for Cockwind. And they can't see Cockwind, so
They seek him here. They seek him there.
Hello.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 of them are going to attack Imnek, and 5 of them are going to attack Sylfina.
They need to find. They need to hunt for the yellow snow.
The furthest one away is 110 feet. So 80 feet, 80 feet, 80 feet. Right, so let's do the first 5 on Imnek. We're going to fire the short bows. 2,
So 2
4,
hits,
5.
3 hits. Hang on.
So
So
there's
we'll
a
have to
flurry
have
of...
done them. Yes, having done them in rapid succession, because that would immediately be like if I cast shield and they all miss. But I don't think I would have cast shield at that point. So yeah, it's 3 hits.
Okay. So what, you can cast shield as a reaction, can't you?
I can potentially, yes, because
Right,
I'm in a
okay.
hex blade, but I won't.
Okay, so you will... So what's your armor class?
17.
So you're going to take 3, 9... 17 damage.
Okay.
Okay. That was those 5. So 2 are going to attack the short bows Sylfina at standard. So the first one is armor class 13.
Misses.
And the second one is armor class
Misses.
6. The next 3 get disadvantage. So that's an 11, an 11, and a 21.
Take 4.
So is it 4 piercing? What was that roll for, Doug?
The false life,
Ah, okay.
the thing I have keep running concurrently.
Oh, I love hearing Sylfana's voice just piping up every now and again as this shot just whistles past his ear. Pitiful. That's Arrakis levels of arrogance, guys.
Wasn't intended to be.
It's brilliant.
So is your false life a cantrip then? Rather than-
Basically, yeah, it's as one of my Warlock invocations.
Okay. Fair enough.
As I said, sort of like early on, it's like it's just he can have it cast constantly on him, pretty much.
Mm. Okay. Cockwind.
Hello.
Have you got it as like a class skill or something?
Yeah, it's a Warlock invocation.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
First level spell
so
you can cast at will. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I don't think I can be particularly clever here.
Yeah.
Never can, sir. Never can.
We
I
only
mean, they can't just stand there in a line shooting.
I'm just wondering if I can do a trap. Try and take up more than one at a time. But I'm not really seeing a trap option. Okay. All right, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned. I know. Yeah, this is snow, presumably, is it,
Yeah.
Steve? So it's all quite loose stuff. Not going to
Yeah.
play. My ball bearings won't do much. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to take on this Joker here. Usual deal. Where is it? One of those.
You were hidden, so you still got advantage on the roll.
Oh, good point. That's better.
That's better. I need to do the same damage, so you get your...
No.
So which one are you attacking? This one here?
No, this one here.
Okay.
2d6.
Right, I wouldn't even bother you 2d6 because you basically just get him straight for the neck. And
No, we won't do that. Fair enough, Ski. In which case, I will stealth roll for going back to them.
Okay, your bonus action to hide.
Just that one there.
Diving into the snow. Bloody hell, 23.
I'll stay hidden then.
Okay, Adam.
You kind of nothing else.
Yeah, I'm just going to fire out the one I did last time.
Go on, charge forward with the flame blade. That'd be so cool.
Considering how many are out there, nah.
You'd be fine. Goblins are pussies.
With how many shots they're firing, no.
No, that's a better hit.
Where's your sense of adventure, man?
That is unfortunately
Considering how many
missed.
shots. Alright, so it's 15 to hit. Okay.
It just pings off their armour.
He says, hanging around in the back.
Arrakis, speaking of hanging around the back.
Yes.
I shall do the same again, with this time a possible chance of actually hitting the bastard. Yes!
Okay, so which one were you attacking, sorry?
This chap here.
Okay. Fizzles out.
Boom! Fried goblin! That motherfucker's is how it's done.
Imnek.
Imnek will
Get in my line of fire.
advance forwards. You got plenty of other targets. So that was to there. Trying to think whether I cast false life on myself again or just try and take one of them out.
Take one out.
Yeah, he's gonna
Fine.
lob an Eldritch Blast at that guy there.
Ooh.
Ugh, it's not being a good day. That's like 3 natural ones in a row, including initiative.
Wow.
Or something.
Fulu's having the day off, basically.
Yeah.
He's it fizzles out like some dodgy wiring in a student flat.
He kind of like shakes his
Surely
hand,
that would cause a
shakes
fire.
it again, see if it blows on it like it's like a wiring.
Throw some
Okay.
foam on it.
So again, the goblins are going to do a quick search so if they can find Cockwind. Oh, that should have been normal, which they don't. So they have no idea where Cockwind is.
Neither do we. But we don't
Neither do
care.
you.
We don't care. Do you know what? I want to know. I'm going to try and seek him out. Where are you, twat?
These goblins will advance.
Damn it. No.
This one.
Oh, this is good. They're coming into range. I like this. Come to me, my little pretties, and you shall die. Oh, good. They're all in range. Excellent.
Okay, they're all going to fire at Imnek.
Oh dear. You'll be fine.
He might be
What-
using shield this time.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, with that many shots, you might want to.
Right, I'll do
Well,
it a bit
yeah,
slower
it has to
this
be.
time then.
Yeah.
Has to be a reaction, Adam. So they have to hit him first.
7, 8.
They
So,
probably will with that many shots, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
First one.
Shield.
So
Just
does
like-
what does that raise your armor class to?
22. So like sort of he raises his actual shield in front of him and then sort of like blossoms into sort of like this black shadow, sort of expands it around him.
You're like the Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four. Just
Two,
float you with your clothes on.
Trying to be.
3, 4.
That's it, one hit.
Ooh, that's a hit. That's a bloody good shot. But only 3
Five.
damage. That's all right.
Oh,
Critical
fuck's
hit.
sake.
Oh!
It's going to stop like one shot now, I bet.
2, 3, 4, 5. So I've done no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 2 more to do hit here and 1 at disadvantage. So the first one is 11. Second one is 22.
What a waste of a shield spell.
And then the last one is 6.
Oh, that was a wasted spell slot. that saved me a whole. Well, it saved me 7 though. I should have cast Fold myself.
Now you know how I feel, sir.
Yeah. So that's 13.
13.
18 damage.
damage.
Arrakis can't help but stifle a snigger.
Imnek will remember that.
I still remember that you went down at least once last time.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm not here to take damage, I'm here to give it out. Which, admittedly, to be fair, last time I also failed to do that, but let's gloss over that and move on.
Cockwind.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to think. No, I think it's just going to be the stock and trade of young Cockwind. I'll take on this boy here. Where's my thing gone? And I've got advantage. Short bow. Right, there we go. Done it right this time.
That's a hit. So is that one there? Yep.
Which one? Yes, that one there.
Yep. You drop him straight away. There's no need to roll a sneak attack damage.
Excellent.
He goes straight away.
Nice.
So I'm just going to move him off the side of the screen because he's my initiative token. There he goes. Don't delete him.
Do you know what? This is how we beat Steve. Just kill his initiative token. Bang!
Yeah.
And I will hide again.
Okay.
Please fail, please fail, please fail.
Oh,
Good.
sorry.
Take the first roll.
one. Yeah.
14. Okay, Adam.
How the fuck does Moonbeam work again?
You pick a point, a moonbeam comes down. If anything is in the moonbeam at the end of its turn, it gets damaged. I think that's how it works.
I think it's the start, but
Is it the
Right.
start of its turn?
It's start
You
turn.
double check?
When a
Right,
creature enters the
okay.
spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I thought it had a bit more.
Caused its searing pain. It was a Constitution saving throw. Takes 2
Yes.
10 radiant damage on a
It
failed
is
save.
quite a nasty spell. 5-foot radius though, so 10-foot diameter. So it's not an enormous spell, but it is useful,
Mm.
especially in
Yeah, I
confined
can't
spaces.
remember how much area, if it actually covered an area, or if it's just one square.
Like for
No,
example,
yeah.
when a druid
Yeah,
covers a
3 of them.
doorway.
it's basically like a 10 by 10 square.
Yeah.
Mm.
So like you catch those 3 or
Yeah,
those
let's cast it
2.
on them then. Let's cast it on the 3 then.
Like for example, when a druid casts it in a doorway, and you as the DM need to get things through that doorway.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
infuriating.
Are you sour about something there, Andy?
No, because I got round it because I had 35 bullywugs. It was fine.
Uh-huh.
I accidentally almost typed Moonboom into the search rather than Moonbeam, which would have been much funnier.
hmm
Could have been Moon Pig.
I create some cards on them.
Yeah.
Send them all an offensive greeting card.
Psychic damage.
Okay, so is that what you're doing? Is
Oh.
it, Adam?
Yeah. Oh, fucking pathetic
What's the
roll,
character's name in Final Space? Moon. Oh.
Mooncake.
Mooncake. Yes.
Chuckity!
Chickadee!
Mooncake. Oh man, Final Space is so good.
Oh, that is a brilliant program.
It really is. I like the way you.
Yeah,
use
so
your words.
they're either taking 6 or 3 at the start of their turn.
So it's at the start of the
Always.
turn.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do they get a saving
Since
throw?
the
do
start. Yeah, if it's
Con-
half damage.
they? Con saving
Con
throw.
saving.
Okay. Okay. Are you moving?
Yes.
Oh my crap.
You funny.
Says you. Stood
Yeah.
way back at the end.
I
That's
don't
Arrakis,
think-
150 foot range, mate.
At this
Fair
point,
point.
I think Imnek should be standing behind the rest of you for crying out loud.
I've
Not here,
moved.
Cowardly
See?
fuckers.
I'm now closer to the enemy than Adam is. I just want that on record.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea what you said then because you broke up real bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I said I want it on record that I'm now closer to the enemy than Adam is.
You're just like
Right.
General Melchett and what was the name?
No,
Darling.
no, you're still further away.
Should you falter, just remember that Captain Darling and I are behind you. About 35 miles behind you.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm going to shoot this twonk with the same thing, because it seems to be doing quite well so far. So here we go. Blammo. Pew! Might as well have
Cigarette butt all the way.
You hit him square between the eyes and singed his eyebrows.
Yes! Throw a lit match in his general direction.
Yeah.
But at least you hit.
You're
Yeah.
not really on helping
Looks
Imnek
like
out
hitting.
here.
See?
Yeah.
See? Hitting helps.
Okay. Imnek's just going to advance forward. Because not much else he can do, I think. And then he's going to cast False Life on himself for his action.
I would be a bit careful about standing around there.
Nah, you'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong apart from an ogre leaving
And
the
of course,
cave to beat
he
the
even
crap out of
rolls a low roll on there.
I mean, my
and then-
moonbeam's also around there.
And no, it's far enough away from me, it shouldn't be a problem. And then he's going to Second Wind for his bonus action to try and get more hit points back. Ah, that's a bit better. It wasn't a 1.
Oh, that's where the moonbeam is. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Oh, so that's a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you
I
think
couldn't-
it was?
I couldn't. No, because I because it drops off at the other side. Is all.
Yeah.
Because I was assuming we couldn't see round it. So I'm just wondering how Adam managed to see there, but he did move back.
He stepped back that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So these 3 goblins each take the moon pig damage, which was
6.
6.
6 radiant.
6 radiant. Not that makes much odds. And then these two are going to rush forward and attack Imnek. But first, these 2 here are going to search for.
I think I got away with it.
I think you got away with that. I think you're well away. Okay, right. The 2 right in front of Imnek will attack with their scimitars. Draw the swords and a slash. And
I think Imnek's gonna try the shield again.
okay,
So his AC is now 22.
for the rest of the round, is it?
Yep.
These 2 are going to advance, and they can't see Cockwind because he's jumped into the snow. So they're going to attack Arrakis, but they're on disadvantage.
That seems wholly unsporting.
So
What have I done to them?
a 6 and a 14.
There they miss. Useless bastards.
And then, I need to.
Good job I gained that jumping armor class last time. Thanks to my improved dexterity.
Oh, we got rid of them then. Nice.
Running off into the cave.
Oh, that means when we go into the cave, we're going to have to kill them then. Oh well, they're just delaying the inevitable.
Right, I had advantage on there, but it's the first roll, so armor class
A miss.
15, so it's a miss. That's all the goblins
gonna-
been.
Restart Discord because it seems to be having a fit with the audio.
Okay.
That's going to annoy John.
Yeah, our IT support is going to go fucking mental. Our IT
I've already had
support's
to
not
drop
even
out
there, so
anyway.
he doesn't care.
He's not watching this one. Okay.
We're boring him.
Cockwind.
Right. I'm gonna help my barbarian pal out, and I'm gonna
Thank
go
you.
for this. I'm gonna go. Hang on, stupid thing's not working. Go for this one here. And we all know the score by now.
You do have advantage, remember.
Hey, Roger, Roger.
As you're hidden.
Sorry, there we go.
That is a 16. That is a hit, and that is one dead goblin.
Blammo.
Excellent.
Jesus, they've got no hit points at all.
No, they're just like those dinosaurs in Jurassic.
It's just cannon fodder, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's so many of them. They're just like was it 1,000 cuts and all the rest of it.
Yeah. Adam, it's your. Oh, Sid, that's your attack. You're doing anything
Oh,
else?
sorry, I'm going to do my old hide. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Good point. Well made.
Yeah, sorry about that. The Discord seemed to be crackling up the audio real bad, so I could not understand a word anyone was saying.
Okay. Adam, it's your turn.
Okay.
Good timing.
So I can move that. Is it bonus action to move that?
I
Side?
think so.
No, it's a full action.
Yeah.
Might as well do it, I guess. So, anyway, I can grab that circle.
I think Steve, because he put it, or whoever put it down.
Where do you want it moving to?
Sort of just above the two goblins. Yeah, there.
Yep.
And that's my action.
Okay. Okay. Arrakis.
I'm going to go a comedy move, even though I don't know where he is. Move right behind him. And I'm going to firebolt this dude here.
Okay.
Well, there's no point doing that, is there?
Well, they're going to move, so the move is kind of...
No,
They-
it's
I'm
the
gonna try
start
to-
of their turn.
They'll take the damage before they move.
How much do they take?
It's either 6 or 3.
You'll re-roll.
You re-roll.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Alright, yeah, that's true.
I'll
Oh,
kill
you do.
him then. Fine. Bullied into it. Pew! Blammo!
No, I've just got to take him out of the map. There we go.
Ah!
Okay.
Don't
Imnek.
fuck with the tiefling, bitches.
A bit more than a singed eyebrows there.
Definitely.
Imnek.
I'm just warming up.
And it's going to take a swing at the one to the left.
Oh,
Managed not to roll a natural one.
That's got to be death, surely.
Slice it down. Yeah.
Yep.
Headshot.
Right. So this one here. Oh right. Roll, Adam, roll for damage for the one stuck in Moonbeam.
Is it slash R?
Slash R, yeah.
Yeah.
Forward slash R.
I just tend to use the dice thing.
I
on the-
use
on
a
the menu.
dice file on Discord and that uses slash roll, so it always takes me a moment.
I use the visual one on the left hand side. To be fair, most of the time.
I forgot it was there. 10 or 5.
That should evaporate it.
And it needs a. Well, I'm not even going to take a Constitution check for him because yes, that just in a light of moonbeam, it just
It's 14.
disintegrates into just moon
He-
dust.
You got raptured.
Yeah. Right. So it's just this goblin here left, and he will.
Isn't he looking? Isn't he considering feeling a little worried at this
Well,
point?
yeah, he's going to make an attack on Arrakis.
Of course he is.
Well, you can't see Cockwind, can he?
Yeah, exactly. It does 6 piercing damage to Arrakis.
Oh.
And then he's going to dive in the snow and follow Cockwind's strategy.
Oh, fucking hell, right, okay.
Is it worth me doing Hellish Rebuke on this little bastard? I don't think it is. 3d10 of fire damage seems a little excessive.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Save it for the big stuff.
Yeah, especially when you
Yeah.
only roll a 3.
Piss off.
so how do I find out where he is?
You'll have to roll a perception check to see if you can find him.
Perception.
Nope.
Yeah, because for some
Yeah.
reason perception is a wisdom check.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Well, it
understand.
is. That makes sense. It's not exactly a dex or a strength check, is it?
Yeah, I
Awareness.
suppose I don't know what you
Strength.
put up to it looking really hard for something.
Okay. So that was my action. Is that my action? Or is
You're
that
right,
just a
no,
check?
that's just the skill check against him hiding against you finding him. So
Right,
you've still
okay.
got your actions and bonus actions.
There's no other bad guys. Are these two in the cave? Are they dead or are they in the cave?
So you saw two of them scamper into the cave.
Okay, so
Oh, they've alerted people.
I'm still hidden, yes?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Surely,
move
if you run 25 feet across the snow, you're not in.
He
Oh, no,
tunnels through it.
I'll go through the snow. So bloody small.
Fuck are you, a sapper?
I'm the fucking lemming, mate. Me, gopher thing.
Pint-sized snowplow.
Yeah. Okay,
You're a snow badger.
That's probably my
Cockwind the
roll.
snow badger.
Can I just shoot blindly to the last place I saw him?
You can with disadvantage, I believe.
So if I'm on advantage to that, no.
Yeah. He didn't know where you are. You don't know where you are. Right.
I'm not sure. I don't think you can if you can't. You can like shoot at invisible stuff, but I think you've got to know it's roughly
You
there.
gotta know it's there,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'll
Somehow.
let. There's probably nothing else I can do then. So.
Yeah.
Unless.
Depends on the wording of the book, but generally speaking, it's usually like one target. So if the target isn't there, then I think the interpretation is then no, you cannot.
Yes.
No, I don't think there's anything I can do usefully then. Fashion some crude improvised weapons, but no, I'm fine. Carry on. I'm done.
Okay. Adam.
Adam. Adam.
Adam.
Adam. Has he gone? I think we've lost one of our patriots.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think he's off.
Oh, there he is.
You're there.
No, sorry, I didn't know it was happening because the audio was shitting itself again.
It's your turn.
stream seems to be damper than mine.
I don't know if somebody's bloody streaming something off some dodgy website again. I don't know where that goblin is, so. My sister keeps using some streaming HD site to watch movies that aren't out yet.
Well,
so...
if she's watching Twilight, walk in the room and fucking slap her, because that's shit.
Don't think it is, I don't know what it is. I
Need a
don't know where
perception.
that goblin is, yeah. Perception.
You spot it
Bloody hell.
because it rolled a.
What do your elven eyes see? It's like an 18.
Plus
isn't it?
6 wisdom. From wisdom.
There you go. I rolled a 15, so you can definitely. It did not hide from you.
Right then,
It's gonna be-
Legolas, go for it.
I was just going to move the moonbeam over it. Guys,
Yep.
here it is.
Here it is, guys.
That works, doesn't it?
The world's most dangerous spotlight.
There you go.
What is this, like a
Okay.
pure UV spotlight?
Yeah. Arrakis.
2d10 radiant damage.
Whoa, do you know what? I think my services are not required at this point, so I am going to basically bundle 60 feet northwards.
Oh, I forgot you can dash.
Yeah. Whee! There.
Imnek.
Just in case the moonbeam,
Have a sausage roll. There's no need to do anything. The moonbeam will be fine.
just in case the moonbeam doesn't though, I'll see if I can try it out. But I've not had much luck with these.
It's no faith, man.
Eldritch Blast.
Come on, believe in the Druid. Has he ever let us down before?
Make a perception check first to see if he hid from you.
Can I have advantage for having literally a spotlight shining on him?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
A silvery beam of pale
It
light
takes
shines
it-
down on a 5
Because
foot
it
radius.
can't, because it takes 6 seconds for that moonbeam to move across.
there you go.
There you go. You know exactly where he dived into the snow.
Yes.
Then.
The spotlight was a hint.
right on that spotlight, yeah.
Yeah. So now watch me miss with the shot. Oh no! Just
Critical hit.
finally,
Overkill. There it
Yep.
is. That's the last goblin
he
down.
just goes like wee off the side of the mountain. Imnek then just sort of like he's holding himself up straight, then he just sort of staggers and collapses back against the side of the mountain because he's a bit beat up.
And Arrakis will just look at you and go, "Fuck's up with you?" Stab
Oh,
back.
someone has to do some work around here.
Well, yes, it's me.
Don't think so.
I'm sorry, how many goblins did you kill?
Not as many as I did.
Yeah. Someone has to distract them from your.
No one's asking you, you little bastard.
Someone has to distract their attentions from your soft, supple flesh.
My soft, supple flesh just annihilated most of the bad guys. For once.
You want you to judge if they're bad?
Right then, to the cave! I'm in a murdering mood.
Gents, and that's where we're going to have to leave it 'cause it's
Yep.
gone past 10.
Damn you.
So those that are watching the stream, if John comes back to turn it off, the stream's just going to empty. That's it for us for now. We shall see you later.
Thanks, Steve.
Cheers, Dave.
Send a message to John to tell him to turn the stream off.
Yes, where is he? JC. Oh, tech support!
Oh, there he is. Tech
There he
support's
is.
turned up.
We're done, John.
Of course, no one who's actually watching the stream can actually see this.
No, it's fine. We can edit this out in post.
Yep.
No, it's live, you bell end.
Yeah, but John can work magic. It's all in software. It's fine.
I've been watching the whole time. Don't you worry.
Are we on like an extra delay, like the Brit Award, in case of swearing and naked stuff?
We're not
Are
that
you going to have to
advanced yet.
dispatch the air horn because there were quite a few Fs in that episode there, Steve?
No, they went live. That's nothing. You should hear Benjin's cursing.
Oh yeah,
Really?
there's a couple of C bombs in that one.
Seriously? Wow, not even I've done that yet.
Pretty
Very
sure you
marathon.
have.
Actually, yeah, you're probably right.
I'm pretty sure I've heard you say that a couple of times. Maybe six.
Yes, you're probably right.
No, I don't think I've dropped the C-bomb. C-bomb is my only strong swear word left. I try and preserve it for when it's
Oh,
really
no, there's
hard.
plenty of better words than that. I mean,
Mate, I used to use it. I used to use it like commas.
Yes, I know.
So I've had to back out of it.
What's that because Jai doesn't want to learn that just yet? Is that a word
Well-
you teach him at 5?
He was sat on the table today with my mum saying shit, 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 shit. Yeah, it didn't go down particularly well.
Where did you learn that? Oh, from Sue, obviously.
I reckon it was Sue, mate, not me.
Because you don't say shit, you say jobby.
I say
That's his
jobby.
excuse.
That's it, exactly.
Jobby.
Right, fellas. Should we draw it to a close?
Thank you, John. Thank you,
Thanks,
Steve.
sir.
Thank you, everybody else. That
Thank
was
you.
fun.
Yes.
So next week
Another fine session.
is going to be the Masters of Fate again, I believe.
Yes.
Ooh, are you guys having another
Sounds like
session
that.
next week? Right. Got some
We'll
prepping
take it.
to do.
Well, yeah, because Champions of Chance have done like 3 in a row or something ridiculous, haven't they?
No. But to get it back into the right order, I think it's you guys again next week.
Yes, that would make sense. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. I'm not going to say no to another session.
No, we're all
No.
hopeless addicts on this now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, Steve, and your D&D crack.
So next Thursday, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Yours.
19:30 BST. Join us live on Twitch again. So, good night, folks.
Tatty
Good night.
Try.
Video.